Hey, everybody.
Hello, internet. Gotta get the live dance going, you know? It's a good
So
live
good.
dance.
It is.
So
It's
much.
like
It's a
it's
good
been
live
going
dance.
strong for like almost like a minute, I feel. I wonder
Here
how
we go.
long she can keep doing this. No, don't stop.
You dance all stream.
Damn it.
You dance all stream.
No, it was just a break. It was a dance break. It was purposeful and intended.
As soon as we get to 1,000 followers, she'll do one stream where she dances the whole time.
I would. I 100%
I'm
would.
here for that.
When Neppy chants, can she now have to
Dance too.
dance too, please?
Yeah.
You want me to do
Chant
both
dance?
Inuit throat singing and dancing at the same time? Okay.
Mhm.
It is the somatic component. To
Thank you so
chant.
much.
Mhm.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
This is it right here. You're seeing it.
I like to think that Debbie's not a great dancer.
I like to think
Sure.
that I'm not a great dancer.
But she
Listens
tries.
to her body.
She does. She does.
Here's a question. Aside from Finnan, who in this party is a good dancer, like our characters?
I feel like
I feel
Callie
like...
would be.
Oh, yeah?
For sure.
Yeah, Clack.
Yeah.
I can cut her out.
He can feel the rhythm. Feels it in the
Yeah.
in the ground.
I'm just gonna keep dancing until we start playing. How's that? No, this is gonna hurt my shoulder so bad.
You won't.
I already have a bad shoulder. It's fine. Okay, we're slowing it down.
I think Kokani would be a shit dancer.
Yeah.
He's got
Which,
high
like,
dexterity though.
which is
but
hilarious.
low
He's-
charisma.
Yeah, that's the sort of dancing. Like in theory, if he had a lot of practice, he could like do
Could be
the
good.
moves really good. But like there's not flair there.
Would
no
it be
soul.
like
There's no
it would
soul
be
in
like
it. There's no
a
soul.
ballet dancer trying to dance like hip hop? You could do the movements, but they don't look great.
I can't
say-
tell if Callie would be like either like a really good dancer or like a really bad dancer, but she thinks she's really good.
I was gonna say give her like 4 drinks and she's a
Yeah.
great dancer.
I'd say Letters is probably a very good dancer.
Yes.
He's a
Oh,
performer.
you guys.
Like as
Oh,
a
well.
like, you know, he's a consummate performer.
I mean, he knows a step or two. He's been known to twirl an individual from time to time.
I bet it's like it's aggressive though. It's aggressive dancing.
what would a
It's, like,
dance
loud.
be?
Loud dancing.
It's loud
What?
dancing.
What would a
Dance check
dan-
would be performance.
I mean, Finnan did have to
Oh,
roll
okay.
for his body roll.
Mhm.
And it-
I might even do a performance, but it's a dexterity performance based.
Oh,
What is my
Nebby's not good at that.
performance? Why would you do that to us?
Let's do that.
Well, it's kind of like intimidation. Like
feel like-
intimidation, depending
Yeah,
on
right.
how you're doing it, is either
Yeah.
charisma or
Or
strength,
There's
depending
charisma
how
dancing.
you want to dance.
Yeah. I think
Like-
there's a few skills that could work that way. In
I feel like a
certain
body roll is
circumstances.
pure charisma.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
don't
The
have to. You don't have
type
to
of
physically.
dancing.
You don't have to physically body roll well.
Yeah.
You just have to sell it.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
so
for
dancing
sure.
rules then is the DM going, what role would you like to use? Explain to me how that's what dancing is.
Or would it be like
Hmm.
explain how you dance and then
Yeah,
you can
it's
justify
it's
stuff?
how
What
are
are you
you
trying to
dancing,
achieve
and
with the
then
dance?
yeah,
Like,
Because I
what's
feel like
the
you're trying to
ballet,
do, like-
ballet is heavy dexterity.
totally.
but yeah, if you want to seduce somebody with your funky moves,
That's charisma.
That's going to be charisma
That's
down the
charisma
line.
dance.
Yeah.
So the way Yana gets the best dance is by somehow doing a historical interpretive dance.
Baroque.
In that
If you
case-
started doing Baroque dance.
You laugh. I've been trained in Baroque dancing.
Same.
They are. Oh yeah, you do know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I have
Okay.
pictures. One of my teachers in theater school, she like had a whole like room of costumes, like period Baroque costumes. And one of the things that we did in a term, and every term did it, is we all went to her house and dressed up in these dandy clothes
Incredible.
and danced around her living room. It
Where are
was-
these pictures, Timothy?
They exist online.
They exist in the same place as the thing that you did.
If we set the internet on
Yeah.
it, they
Oh
will find
no,
it.
no,
Oh, they for
no,
sure
that's a
exist.
hard no.
That's not fair.
No.
Sean, there was a
Um,
reason why I didn't say it.
And now,
said it either. I'm
all the
just
chat's
drunk
like,
with
what did
power."
she do?
That's right.
We all do things when we're young.
Tim, I have a
Please protect
question.
my fresh
Yeah.
professional career.
What would an athletics-based dance be?
River
Just
dance.
like
River
really
dance.
Callie's okay.
hard.
Callie's
100%.
really
The
really
Running
good at
Man.
river dance.
Yeah, or like maybe.
It's
I
not
was gonna
Breakdancing?
say.
Can it be
I was-
breakdance?
that
I was
like
gonna say breakdance or capoeira, but that's also kind of dexterity.
that
What
like
about mosh
Russian
pit?
Russian dance
yeah.
where you're like hands
So just the Running Man.
and you kick
Just the
your feet
Running
up.
Man, just like constant Running Man.
duration of Running Man?
Yeah, it doesn't like because Running Man isn't hard. Anyone can do the Running Man.
No, but that
it's
would
just
be
how long you
Constitution
can do
then.
it.
I can't
would
do
be
the running
Constitution.
man. I can't
Athletics
do
to
the running
strength.
man.
Trying to think strength based. I mean,
Oh, it's anything where you're like jumping.
yeah,
Like,
I would say ballet, some ballet as well. Could be like point.
but like just jumping.
Just
You're going
jumps.
to mosh pitting. If you're doing
Yeah.
a mosh pit,
Moshing.
that's
Yeah.
athletic.
Athletic dancing.
Callie,
yeah.
Callie would
Lamb
100% be
Yeah.
That's
in a mosh
athletics.
pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
What about being like the holding person of like throwy swing dance?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, being the
That could be
anchor,
athletic.
being the anchor
Yeah.
of like a choreography, just being
Yeah.
like lifting. That's all I did in Greece when I was in Greece. I just was the because I can't dance.
Which I've
like,
seen pictures of.
Like I'm not a great dancer. I can learn choreography, but I was just like, they were like, "You're Danny. You have to be able to dance." And I was like, "I can lift people." So they just made me like lift a bunch of people, and then they would just dance around me. And I was
Dance
like,
around.
"Ha
As someone who was classically trained in ballet, it's very difficult. It's like very hard to.
Just do
Dance.
ballet."
Yes.
I did a jazz like hip hop dance class once when I was in elementary school, and the song we danced to was "Stronger" by Will I Am, or not "Stronger" by Will I Am. Strong I am, strong I am.
Yes.
By Brittany.
Sam I am.
No,
Strong I Am
"Stronger"
by
by
Will
Kanye
Smith.
West.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
We got
There
there.
we go.
And I have that on DVD in my parents' house.
That's amazing.
And
There-
I happen to know where your
If we
parents'
get
house is.
5,000
somebody
followers,
soon.
we'll post that video.
There are videos of like tiny baby M dancing around in like dragonfly costumes.
Guys, There's a video of me that is me tap dancing in a parade, in Santa Claus parade in Victoria when I was like 11 years old.
That's
And
the cutest
my
thing I've
uncle
ever
gives me the
heard.
gears about it every time I see him.
That sounds adorable.
Should we play some D&D?
We should play
Yeah,
some
let's
D&D.
do it.
Let's do it.
8
Should we-
o'clock on the dot. My
Oh.
internal clock is unreal.
Should we roll that intro?
I guess we have like a couple. We have like one announcement.
Oh yeah.
Super quick. We have all of our VODs are now uploaded to YouTube.
Huge.
So anybody who wants to watch or catch up on any of our games, you can either look up BlackwaterDnD the same way it's spelled on Twitch and YouTube, or if you scroll down to our description, there's a big YouTube icon and you can click it and it'll take you to our page. If you enjoy our content, you can always, share that with somebody else and say, hey, I think you'd like this, because we'd love to share it with more people.
And there's
Yeah,
also
guys,
gonna
like and subscribe.
Hit the bell
Smash
icon.
those buttons.
Smash
Smash
that bell
those
icon.
buttons.
Very
Dingle down
important.
below.
Once you've watched an episode, whisper, thank you, Tim. Super quietly, just at the very end.
He'll hear
Just to
you.
yourself.
He will hear you and
I
it
do.
will make you
I
happy.
will, yeah. It keeps me up at night.
terrifying. There's also going to be something a little special over on our YouTube channel within the next day or so. So it's going to be an audio only version of the episode that we played literally before we started streaming, the one that we were like, should we stream this thing? It was our very first online game because of everything that's going on. So the audio is trimmed. It's going to be up there and you can take a listen to it. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting for us, and I hope you enjoy it. It's one of my favorite episodes that I think we've done, so very happy about that.
Bonus content.
And it will not be on Twitch. It will only be on YouTube, so please go over to go check out our YouTube.
Sean, I want to be clear. Did you just flip off Twitch? Is
Yep.
that okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Get fucked, Twitch. We're on
Okay.
YouTube now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yikes.
Glad that we've settled our.
Which just
I'm
pulled
glad
us.
we've made our stance official.
We shall just go,
By Twitch, I guess.
Wait, these assholes are affiliates? Get rid of them.
Right.
do
Oh,
we
Sean's
have-
really gone.
Sean's really gone.
Yeah.
Sean's gone.
Oh,
All right. Let's
let's
roll
go
that
to it.
intro then.
Yeah, let's roll
Alright.
that intro.
Ba-da-da-doom, yeah, yeah, yeah. When you're stuck in quarantine and there's nothing on TV, come on down, come and see Blackwater D&D.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
yes.
Definitely the
very good.
last person out, so there's just gonna be
They
just
hype
like,
everything.
yeah.
So funny.
That always gets me so ready to play D&D.
Oh,
I like sing
love
along
that.
while we play, and then I'm like, okay, let's play D&D.
Play. All right. So for those of you joining us tonight, last week, after a fierce battle in the raging sandstorm in the ruins of the ancient city of Amonkhet, Blackwater killed Zesperia, the Herald of Undeath, releasing a powerful surge of energy that raced towards Bakal as her smiling face turned to ash, leaving behind only her jagged blades. The rest of the undead army fell around her as they reconnected with the remaining desert giants who offered to guide them to the outskirts of Bakal. They also explored the forgotten tomb itself. After some excavation, they revealed a long-forgotten scene of battle, skeletons piled high alongside the remains of ancient warriors, finding one warrior bearing the mark of Erathis and in possession of a brass circlet. As Blackwater opened the door bearing the mark of Io, a creator goddess who died long ago, inside 4 large angelic statues surrounded a stone sarcophagus covered in ruins. And that's where we will pick up. You've just opened the door, and this is the scene that you see before you. The room itself is rectangular in shape. It's about 100 feet long and probably about 40 feet wide. And the sarcophagus is about 80 feet ahead of you. It's towards the back of the room.
Did we go into the mansion already and have a short rest or long rest, or?
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, you'd stepped into the mansion. That's right. So you'd seen that, and then Yana had set up her mansion, which you had just stepped inside.
Yeah. Welcome.
Wow, look at this mansion.
Thank you for having us, Spooky. This is quite something. Do we have places to stay, or I'm happy to sleep anywhere?
Yeah. There's rooms for each of you, I think, and you just go to a door and you open it, and it's probably yours.
Is there a
We'll figure
gym?
it out.
Is there a gym?
Is there a gym? Finnan, I think I just planned for your room to be a gym. There's a bed in the
I
gym.
love you, Yana. All right, I'm gonna go get some rest, and
Rest.
Did we want to rest and then perhaps meet in the morning and talk about what we intend to do in that room before we head out?
Sure.
All right.
Is there a dining room or somewhere that we can all meet?
Yeah, right over there. And she points to like the first door, and it's kind of like an archway that leads into a dining room.
Is there food in here, or is?
Yeah. These guys can make food. And she goes, "Hey, Ted."
You see kind of like a ghostly like form kind of float down.
When do we
Doesn't say anything. It just stares.
Perfect. When do we want food? Right now, or when we wake up, or
Well, I mean,
want a tea?
I'm kind of always down to munch. You got any like oats?
Sorry. I'm sure we
Ted?
could do somewhere. Ted?
You see him kind of turn and walk through another door and come back with like a platter just piled high with oats.
Oh, I love
raw
that.
oats.
All right, I just take it and like fucking popcorn. Yeah, you got any like, I don't know, like weird or fun facilities here? Like you got anything like
Staring.
off the books here? Ted, you're dismissed. Thank you.
Oh, well, we could go check it out in the morning, but we should probably sleep.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to stop you from exploring. But
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to go sleep.
I'm gonna pop my head out of the room. Ted, could I get just like a plate of quinoa and milk, thanks? Not together, but like separately.
You see,
Thanks.
like at first he turns around and it is like there. It's like a bowl of quinoa. You can see as he's pouring milk on it, and then it just like as he tilts his hand up, it just sucks out of the quinoa. As he like brings the jug and the quinoa over.
And just like bit of fried chicken, like pan fried.
Just disappears. Minute goes by, comes back.
Spooky. Is this
Like seared
specific?
chicken.
Is this
Slap it on
specific
my quinoa.
ghosts named Ted, or are they all named Ted?
No, that one's named Ted.
Okay.
Yeah, you see the
Why
other
would
ones are
they
kind of
all be
standing around
named
like
Ted?
I mean, it's
Do
your
they all
house.
have names, or can we just like name them?
All have
Really?
names, letters.
Oh.
Are they wearing name tags perchance?
No. I don't label my spirits.
Who's your second favorite spirit? Because clearly Ted's the number one.
Ted
Who
was
can we count
the
on?
one who greeted us at the door. I see
Me
them.
or D.
They're like my children letters. I don't know if I could tell you which one's my favorite.
Oh, but you probably could if you tried, couldn't you?
Ted. I can't. I'll tell you next time we're not in the Mitch. Maybe.
Okay. Oh, I sure am sleepy. These oats really put me to sleep. Gonna get some hammock time.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
You all head out to your rooms for a very restful, long rest. The mansion is very peaceful and very lovely. You all come to, make your way down to the dining hall.
Good morning.
Long rest.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh yeah, I gotta hit that long rest.
So, what exactly do we think that is?
The tomb?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. You said Io, who's like a god that we kind of forgot about.
She's a creator god, isn't that right, Finnan?
Yeah, she's a primordial creator god. The mother of Bahamut and Tiamat.
Right. So, and she hasn't been worshipped for a very long time, obviously.
Around Ruvalauven's time.
Right. Was she? Well, we know that the Hand of Io was a relic during the Dawn War, and that's what kicked off the Dawn War. Its destruction. Was Io still worshipped around the Dawn War? Do we know that, Tim?
Hey, Relauven,
Yes.
were you around during a thing called the Dawn War?
No, I was not.
Do you know what the Dawn War is?
I do not.
Oh. So Relauven wasn't around during the Dawn War. I think he was before that. So I'm not sure
Right.
if she was worshipped after the Dawn War or not.
There would be something in religious texts about her if she was worshipped after the Dawn War. And I've read nothing about her other than what we've collected on our journeys.
We're gonna go poking into that casket, right? But like, we're worried about those giant statues, right? Like, is that what everyone's thinking?
I'm
Yes.
kind of worried about like you open the casket and the thing that hit me just like kills the whole room. I'm worried of a lot of things. I've heard a lot of tales about, like, I've read a lot of books about like adventurers going in and like unlocking ancient curses and whatnot. I think proceed with caution is the very least of what we can do.
Right. We should probably also not open doors anymore without checking them first.
No, that's on me. I've learned that.
I just don't want to see you get hurt. That's all.
Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that play, Mummy? They had it on a while ago. That's what this makes me think of.
Yeah, with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Exactly what I'm
great.
talking about.
I love him.
Haven't
Which
seen much
part
theatre.
of the beloved stage show, The Mummy, are you talking about? Is just the whole thing?
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
I haven't seen
Okay,
it. either.
Kokanee hasn't seen.
No,
Letters,
Is that the one we saw, or did we see
Letters.
the sequel?
Letters, I think you probably know one of the actors who was in that series. It was Dwayne the Rock Golem Johnson. He's quite a famous actor from The Scar. That's the only thing I knew about The Scar was Dwayne the Rock Golem Johnson.
Wait, I just want to make sure you're talking about the beloved stage show in this material plane, The Mummy. And my understanding is that beloved and national treasure Dwayne the Rock Golem Johnson.
National Treasure is also a great
It's
play.
also such a
Also
good
a really
play.
good play.
Oh my God, what have I yes-handed?
Nicholas the
No,
Cager.
I'm sorry. I
Kage,
have
it's
good.
pronounced Kage.
There other Scarians in material plane working as actors. Is that what you're telling me, Finnan?
Yeah, Dwayne the Rock Gollum Johnson.
We gotta talk to that guy.
We gotta talk to that guy.
We
I
gotta
thought
talk
were
to
the
that
only
guy.
He's
one.
like
I
a
wanna
big.
know.
He's
I
like a
didn't
big
know.
Earth Genasi, like a really big fella.
I
had
wanted his
no
autograph
idea.
for a really long time.
It sounds great. What are we doing about this tomb, though?
Well, we should probably go take a look at those statues. They look to be in platinum armor. So I wonder if the sarcophagus is disturbed, come to life.
I have a tiny hand that I can like touch things from a distance if we want to be like far back.
I also have no. I just have tiny hands. Never mind.
Like physically tiny hands, or you have like a magical tiny hand?
Finnan, have you looked at me? I'm really small.
No, I know. I'm just
I
wondering
just
if
got
you
really
also
excited.
have a
I
magical.
thought we had something in common. Never mind. It's okay.
You look over and Yana has those actual tiny hands that are on her fingers. I wouldn't put it past her. Other skeletons.
You look over and she doesn't, but Wiggles has illusory tiny hands on his fingers.
You never noticed, but the end of Wiggles' legs are just
Oh, no.
tiny little hands.
No.
I hate that. I hate that.
Bad.
That's so gross.
Okay,
I
I
love
think
it.
that's the
A
one.
whole
This is so
40
good.
fingers. Just
I think that's the
think-
one spider-related thing that hasn't grossed me out. That makes me like him a little bit more.
I also think that's our
I think
cue to go look at this.
It's because you're not
tomb room.
visualizing it. Can I
What sort of
take?
teeth does he have?
I figure. Okay, I figure we're all sitting around having like our morning breakfast. Can this coffee, Yana, is delicious. Can I take some for the road?
I don't know if it works like that. You could try.
Okay.
I can't remember if it works like that.
I'll get a little travel mug of coffee made up.
If you can't, Ted just snatches it from you as you try to leave. He's like, no.
Ted like pours it for you.
Thanks.
I don't like
Thanks,
Ted's
Ted.
face. I don't like what you do to him.
That's not Ted. That's actually Yanis.
He looks
Okay.
remarkably like Ted.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Giannis. I like him better than Ted. Ted creeped me out a little bit.
This one
See
over
Ted just
here.
like
Spooky, this one over here.
Panther.
Is this
They're
one
mute,
Cody?
but they still have feelings.
Feelings.
How did you know that one was Cody?
I just felt like it was a Cody. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about this one? Is it Mortimer?
I just
No.
Oh.
the concept of ghosts. Like, while I know they aren't undead, it still rubs me the wrong way. I'm quite.
Neppy, are you ghost racist?
Neppy, these aren't even actual. I'll talk about it when we leave the mansion. I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Right. I don't mean to be rude.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of your friends are ghosts. It's cool. I get it.
Should we go? Should we go explore this sarcophagus before I put my
Actually, at
foot
least
in my
some of your
mouth
friends
even
are
more?
ghosts. That is true. Yeah, let's check out that sarcophagus.
all right, so you all leave the mansion.
Kokanese coffee vanishes into smoke as soon
Ah,
No, literally as he's walking out, you just see a hand go as Ted goes. Disappears.
I'm sorry if I
I-
hurt his feelings. I didn't mean to. Anyway,
There's nothing better than walking through a dungeon with a cup of coffee in the morning, but I guess that'll have to wait for another day.
So you
Sorry, they're really protective.
No,
And
I get
Neppy,
it.
they're not actually ghosts. They're more just like the idea of ghosts in the form of magic. I didn't like take spirits and put them into my mansion. That would have been probably wrong,
It's pretty
Right?
macabre.
right?
I didn't think.
Things I don't like.
Right. So
Oh,
this
sure.
tomb
Tomb.
room.
So yeah, so you step back out into the hallway and you can see the door is slightly ajar, and you can see kind of in, but the you can just kind of make out the statues in the sarcophagus at the far end of the room. It is dark.
We dick around when we get anxious.
Game plan. Are we sending in the tiny hand? Because we should just be ready for these statues to come alive. If they do,
Yes.
and we're not in there, and we can escape,
Mage
should
armor.
we just bounce?
Mage armor.
Yes, mage armor.
Got it.
Mage
Guys, we
armor.
did it.
Page armor. Tim doesn't do anything when Callie does it. She goes,
No, nothing happens. You feel good, but nothing. You don't feel any arcane.
Okay. First things first. We should, before we go to the middle, we should have a look through the whole rest of the room.
What's the lighting like in here?
It's dark. Like the only light is whatever light source you're providing.
Sick. Then during
Kokanee
breakfast,
can't
I would
see
have
at the moment.
during breakfast I would have cast dark vision on Letters and Kokanee, and then short rested.
Oh, I can see everything now. That's so nice.
I love this. This is unreal.
This is great. We actually should though like have a look around the whole place, and then once we know that the only thing that we need to worry about is in the middle, we can go and do that.
So we're gonna enter the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if like something happens and the door slams shut, and then like a giant boulder starts rolling down a thing at us?
We probably
If we
will
get
deal with
locked
that
in,
when we get there.
we deal with it.
Yes.
Oh,
I feel
All
like, what if we just all hold hands and jump over into the room together at the same time?
That could perhaps work as well.
It's not the worst idea that I've had. I've had worse.
Just take a look, standing on this side of the threshold, just to see if there's any maybe pressure sensitive plates or trip wires or wizard watch stuff.
I'm gonna detect magic vision.
All right, you detect magic. How far does detect magic go?
It's a great question, Timothy.
I'm gonna look it up.
Not if I look it up first.
So fast, dude.
I
got you, man.
30 feet.
Yeah,
30 feet.
30 feet. You do not detect any magic within 30 feet.
I hate that sentence in the way it was constructed.
Can I do divine sense?
Yeah, you sense the same thing you did before. Let's just see. Sense.
Yet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
The
just wondering.
Would you
ground
like some?
is hallowed or sacred. No, consecrated. That's the word I was looking for. And you also, where is divine sense?
Celestial, fey, fiend, undead.
Celestial. You do sense not within 60 feet. No.
Standing at the threshold, we got a 20 for investigation.
Okay.
Anything?
You can see that even though the room is about 40 feet wide, you can see that the middle, just beyond the door, there is you can tell that the stonework is somewhat different on the outer edges than the kind of center sort of 6 feet towards that, kind of lead in a center path along the way to the sarcophagus. The stonework seems a little bit different.
So there's a slightly different stonework with a path to the sarcophagus.
Than the sides.
Like different stonework in the center. Other
it's
stonework.
The stonework on the sides looks different than the stonework in the center, but the middle kind of 5-6 feet.
In what way different?
It's hard to tell. The design is somewhat different. You can see the center is kind of sort of smaller kind of blocks imprinted with what look like that same kind of circular symbol, and the outer ones don't seem to have any kind of symbol on them. And the stones look a bit larger.
This is a tough one. We got different stones. I don't know about Io, whether it's rude to step on this symbol of Io, or it implies that is safer to step there. Or maybe it's just an aesthetic choice. I don't know a lot here.
Tim, is there while Letters is taking a look at the floor, can I take another look at the door again? I know that I had seen the symbol in front of it and then the skeleton leaning up against the door. Is there anything else that I missed kind of while I was taking a look at the door?
No, that is
Okay.
it's pretty plain. It's like a beautiful kind of golden door in the center is like the relief itself is very beautiful. And now that you're kind of up close, it looks like it's been inlaid with some kind of material that gives off that
Pearlescent,
opalescent, iridescent. Yes.
All of those are different things.
So good. So good.
It's pearlescent is the
So
the
the
first thing I
luster of
said.
a pearl.
But then you kept asking about it, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll give you synonyms.
They weren't synonyms.
They're close.
Anyway. Okay.
Is it all right if I just poke one of these tiles with my sword and see what happens?
I mean, your guess is as good as the rest of us.
Okay, I'm gonna poke just like the first Io stone with my sword.
Seems to just be solid.
Let's give it a shot.
Make a strength check.
Well, that'll be an 8 minus 1 is a 7.
Yeah, seems solid.
Do you want me to like mage hand the sarcophagus and see if like touching that sets things off?
Well, I'd prefer if we can to have a poke around the room before we get in on the
Yes.
sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Sure.
But then, yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Yes.
I'm gonna create a bonfire in the corner, and focus real hard on that. And I'm ready to go in if.
There's no time like the present.
There's no time like the present.
Okay, let's move it, and we're gonna step on the Io stones, right? We're all in agreement about that.
Together or not at all. So
Okay.
I'm
Here
gonna
I
wait
go.
out here.
I think
Probably a
that's
good
idea,
idea.
Black.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna put my surprisingly tiny hoof on an Io stone, and we'll see what happens.
And you kind of step out. Sort of a tense second. Nothing seems to happen.
Next hoof.
Yeah.
Seems
solid.
good. Seems good.
Okay, let's enter the room.
So you all come into the chamber. You all kind of are all staying. You're essentially single file. So what's the marching order? So I know.
I think I would be close to the middle, so as many people could get my effects as they can.
I'm up front.
I'll go up front with letters.
I'll go.
Sorry, letters and then Kokanee? Are you
Sure. And then Callie.
And then Neppy.
And then me.
Yeah. And then Finnan.
As they say, I'm like I can see through the sarcophagus. Do you want me to be up at the front?
That sounds like a good plan. Actually, I love
Yes.
that.
Sure.
Of course.
Okay, so Finnan,
We'll do a
letters,
little
Kokanee,
shuffle,
Callie,
shuffle.
Neppy, Yana.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the thing called that you can see through walls? What's it called again? Devil
Devil's Sight.
No, Devil's Sight allows me to see in darkness. This is ghostly gaze, I believe.
gaze. Great. So yeah, you step in, keep walking.
Are there any, because there were religious like iconography and reliefs of Io on the walls, are there reliefs on these walls as well?
There is. You can see that same figure of Io kind of holding out that disc. And you can see there are depictions of people kind of standing together. And then further along, you can see there's another depiction of Io. And the people are kind of formed in a large kind of circular formation. And in the middle of them are what appear to be 3 eggs.
There's a third dragon.
A third dragon child? You mean like Bahamut, Tiamat, and another?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, right?
Are all the eggs? Wait. Sorry, the eggs are like.
They
in
all
the,
seem to
the
have that
bas
kind of
relief.
in the relief, yeah, and the eggs each kind of have that sort of pearlescent material on them as well.
Is it Metal Boy?
Middle boy.
The what we
big-
think to be the
Well, no.
clockwork.
It'd probably be like another god dragon. Maybe this is it. Well, I don't know. Sorry. We know there's another dragon probably. We haven't heard of it, so it might not have made it to term or, adulthood.
What if that sarcophagus holds the egg? Perhaps in stasis of some kind?
I'm gonna the whole time just detect magic on my eyes as we get within 30 feet of the sarcophagus. Do I detect any magic on it?
Yes, you do. You detect quite a bit of magic. You can see now as you've gotten closer, within 30 feet, you can see you get a good look at the statues first. You can see these large angelic-like figures. You can see they have wings that are kind of folded in behind them. But unlike a lot of angelic depictions you've seen before, these seem to have draconic-like faces. That
Like the statues we saw outside?
Yes.
Okay.
And they seem to have that pearlescent skin. As you can see, they are all armored up and kind of holding out spears that kind of cross in front of the sarcophagus. You can see there are a number of arcane runes all the way down the sarcophagus. And as you're now a little bit closer, you can see they have different colors. You can see the top has like a white band of arcane runes, followed by a red band, and then kind of a pale yellow band, and then a purple band, and a blue band. And you can now see the other thing you can see is in the statues, you can see there is like a faint greenish glow around the eyes.
White, red, pale yellow,
purple,
and blue. That's two of those are dragon colors that I know of, but the other three, three of them blue, but pale yellow and purple.
Tim, I got a question for you.
Mm.
When we fought that beholder that turned Neppy to stone, what color was the ray?
It was a yellow ray, I think. I think it's a yellow ray.
Neppy would remember the color of the ray that turned her to stone the first time. Same color?
Different.
Okay.
That was a kind of a darker yellow.
Okay.
Tim, could I use
You go ahead, Callie.
Could I use divine sense again?
Yes, you sense a celestial presence emanating from the statues.
What form of magic is on everything? Like what school?
You sense. Let me just pull it up.
Protection, transformative.
There is abjuration magic coming
Okay.
from the white band.
Oh, okay.
There is evocation magic coming from the pale yellow band.
Okay.
There is transmutation magic coming from the purple band.
Oofty.
Let me just pull up the. What's that one? I think that's. Sorry, I just have to pull up all these things. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. There is conjuration magic coming from the red band. And there is conjuration magic coming from the blue band.
Okay. I'll relay that to everyone.
Allie would also relay that the results of her divine sense.
Let us go ahead. You had something to say.
Oh, I was just saying, now's an excellent time. Now that we're on the inside, let's do a wizard watch. And I feel like if you're all comfortable with me laying a hand upon this casket, I can, over the course of 11 minutes, identify it. So we might learn a little bit more about it, but I will have to make physical contact with it.
Before you do you want me to see if I can see through it?
Yes. Tell you what, let's do wizard watch, ghostly gaze, and see where we go from there.
Okay.
Can you even get close enough to put a hand on it with the statues?
Well, Tim.
You can try to walk up.
I There is no obstacle between me and the thing.
The only thing that's kind of in your path is the spears are sort of crossed ahead of you, but it would be a little bit over your head.
Well, I got a 14 for Wizard Watch.
You don't know you don't notice anything more. You can see that the stonework does not appear to be attached to the floor. It seems to be a separate object. That's about all that you notice. The 14, other than the runes, of course.
Before Yana goes to take a look around, if she is, I'm going to cast guidance on her.
Tim, when I know anything, like having relayed that information from Callie and Finn, and when I know anything like in relation to like those colors and those magics from my studies, like would those ring any bells?
Not specifically. I mean, you're familiar with all those magics, and kind of their capabilities, but you don't really recognize.
Like I can't make sense of like why these would all be together.
No, other than it's difficult to tell why they would. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna look around from where I am.
You would also know too the one thing. Actually, make an Arcana check. Make an Arcana check.
That is a 23.
23. You would know that generally arcane sources of power, generally like each wizard, their magic may have a few different sort of colors, but generally it's sort of like there's sort of a primary color that they operate in, that their magic seems to manifest in sort of a primary color. And like generally speaking, when runes are kind of set into something, they will hold the sort of primary color of whatever mage casts them.
So I could probably deduce that this is a combination of like people coming together. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then I'm just gonna do an investigation from where I am as well, if that's okay.
Okay, so you're investigating the what's ahead of you, or are you are you sort of scoping out the rest of the room?
Scoping out the rest of the room, I guess.
Okay, so you're going up to the reliefs and stuff like that?
I don't know if I'd go like right up to this. The statues or the reliefs?
So do you move around, or you just sort of from where you're standing?
From where I'm standing. I don't want to step
off the then path. it'll be a perception check, because if you're just looking.
Okay.
You got a D4. Because I cast guidance. You're welcome.
Timothy, I have a question. This yellow color, is it reminiscent at all of the sky and Spooky's magic?
It's lighter than Spooky's magic. Like it's a lighter pale. It's like a pale.
So not as sickly.
Yeah. It's less of that sort of. Less of like.
So it's like a nice yellow, not a gross yellow.
It looks more like a whitish yellow, as opposed to sort of like a pale sort of greeny yellow.
Question.
Yana, what was your perception?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It was a natural one, a plus 1 from the D4. So
as you're trying to look around everybody, you're having a hard time kind of seeing.
I got an idea. These fellows work for Io. Excuse me. We just assume that they are alive and not gonna want us to touch this stuff because they look like guard dudes. But we do have, desecrated though it may be, the remnants of the hand of Io. Is that anything?
I would be cautious to bring out that here.
Not in the form that it's in. I agree.
Yeah.
It is
super desecrated.
It's been the pockmarks on it look like it's been fused with some form of quite awful magic to have broken the hand and then fused it together in the Kopesh.
I feel like it would be like trying to win favor with a very acclaimed artist by bringing him his own painting, but it's covered in shit. And being like, but I have your painting. It seems bad. Cool.
Glad I brought it up. All right, you want Ghostly Gaze? Let's Let's see what we got.
Should I?
Looking straight, touching will cost you.
Well, I don't know
As
that
the
for a
saying
fact,
goes.
but we'll try. I'm gonna. How close am I to the sarcophagus at this point?
You're about 30 feet from the statues. There's like the sarcophagus is probably another 15, 20
How
feet
wide
behind
is the
them.
sarcophagus?
It's not terribly wide. It's probably about maybe 8 feet wide.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna
8 to
ghost the
10 feet
gaze
in diameter.
I'm gonna ghost the gaze first and look down at the ground to see if I see any like pressure plate mechanics.
Okay. So as you look down, you see that the two pathways on either side of you are thin, and it looks to drop into, you can't tell how far deep it goes on either side of the pathway.
Does someone have chalk?
I have
Or
soot
Wait, are
from
these the ones that
incense.
don't have the IO marks on them?
Mhm.
So like, oh, we already see that.
oh, so it's any
Yeah.
of them that don't have IO marks fall
Essentially,
through.
like on either side of this central path.
Is it a
Okay.
drop?
Don't step off the path.
Love
Right.
It's not a good floor. And then I'm gonna walk forward, making sure I check the floor
Okay.
to see if there's any traps until I'm within 25 feet of the sarcophagus. I'm also gonna try to like glance at the feet of the statues and stuff. And then once I'm within 25 feet of the
So, as you walk
sarcophagus,
forward, as you get 10 feet, within 10 feet of the statues, you hear kind of as the spears kind of like with lightning speed kind of move towards you directly at eye level, as you hear a voice in your head. Who looks upon the Orphia?
one who seeks to do right by the world.
Do you carry the scepter?
The hand of Io.
Do you carry the scepter?
No.
You see, like, as you say that, the eyes kind of roar to life as you can see the sort of pearlescent falls away, like that material sort of falls away, and beneath you can see like this draconic face with sort of this like almost light pale greenish blue skin, and you see the wings kind of outstretch as they kind of shake it off, and standing before you are two large draconic angelic figures as they sort of step and their wings take off.
I'm going to say, the scepter was destroyed by our enemies. We're looking for information to stop them.
Are they speaking in common? Or no, it's in his head.
You just hear it in the head. You see them kind of rise up.
We carry the remnants of the scepter, but it's been heavily desecrated. We didn't think it wise to bring them that out in a place like this. We wanted to show reverence.
If the scepter is desecrated, the Orphia will remain sealed.
We have to reforge it. Sorry, I'm not there. Can't hear it.
We seek a weapon against the chained Oblivion. Is the Orphia that?
The Orphia is not a weapon to be wielded by a mortal.
Can the scepter be reforged?
Only by those who are worthy.
Where can it be reforged?
That is for you to discover.
Am I close enough to see within the sarcophagus?
You were not able to get. It's just out of range. You essentially can't get unless you want to go closer than 10 feet to these. But their spears are in your face.
May I step forward? I do not wish to touch the Orphia. I'm just looking for information to lay low the fiend who broke the scepter in the first place.
If what you say is true, as you feel this kind of warmth pass over you, then you must vanquish this foe and once again consecrate the hand. Only then may you gaze upon the Orphia.
It will be done.
They're just kind of floating there.
Are there any boons that you could gift us in this coming battle?
Kind of looks down on you. What is your name?
My name is Finn Aganis of
Who is-
Wolverine.
Who is it that walks with you?
Nepenther and Kokanee Lightkeeper. Letters. Yano Wildcloak. Calliope Skysinger. And Clack.
You see one of them kind of like looks over your head towards the back of the room.
I think you're also talking about maybe Relauven?
Yes.
Relauven walks with me. He guides me.
Your message will be sent. And they will decide.
You have my gratitude.
They're just kind of floating there.
We shall leave you now.
Are we fighting these guys? Or
No.
Okay.
No. We just had a really long head conversation. We should probably go. I'll explain outside. Just like Neppy always says, reverence. Be real reverent. These dudes, I reckon, could mash us up proper good. So, thank you.
Nepenthe, seeing the figures, would bow in deference, and then, following Finn's lead, would follow him out, closing the doors. Closing the doors.
Yeah. As you go to close them, you can feel kind of like this, the center of the door seems to you can feel this kind of arcane presence as it kind of
reloads every time you close it. Okay, that's good.
So they wanted to know if we held the scepter. I assumed that was the hand of Io. I said, no, we don't. They said, we can't look on something called the Orphia. I think it's the third egg. Orph makes me think of like an oval thing. I don't know why. But they said I could go no further unless I held the scepter. I explained that the scepter had been broken and desecrated, and we wished to find something of power to help destroy the person who did that. They said we had to destroy the person first and then consecrate that scepter. They also called the Orphia a weapon. They said it's a weapon that can't be wielded by the unworthy.
So I guess we hightail it to Bakal,
Yes.
banish Velsoom, reforge the scepter, and then
Also,
come back and see what
it
happens.
said it's not a weapon. They said it was not a weapon.
Oh, I thought it was not a weapon to be wielded by the unworthy. Sorry, it's not a weapon. Never mind, I misremembered. I think by their wording, banishing Velsoom might not be enough.
Well, it's a start.
True.
I am able to. Were you with us when I? Yes, you were when I hallowed the ground in Barmwich, outside of Barmwich.
Yes, the temple.
Yes, I am able to hallow or remove desecration. It is.
Can you do that on an object?
I can certainly try.
I think it would require Velsoom's blood to do it.
How'd you come to that conclusion?
They said destroy the person who desecrated it,
Well,
and then consecrate the scepter afterwards.
destruction means many things.
Oh no, I'm not saying like his physical blood. I'm saying like his blood will have to be spilt, and then.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
Like,
pretty high on our to-do list.
We have to
anyways.
kill Vels. Like he will have to die for us to do this.
Whatever I think we're doing right now, starts with us hightailing it to the giants, grabbing them, and heading to Bakal.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, before we go into any battle with Velsoom, while Spooky's pants still exist, I don't think we can kill him. They are
His soul sits within
parts
him.
of his soul. Yes. I think what happens is we have to weaken him and get him vulnerable enough, and then I can seal him away with the power word banishment that my goddess gifted me with.
That's a one-time thing, though, right?
Yes. It is a one-shot deal.
But it will, in the process, it also reforges a seal. We could use it to reforge the Hand of Io, banishing Velsoom.
The power
That's
of it.
Not a bad idea.
Do we know, are my pants the only parts of his soul left out there? Or
He had
are there
3,
more?
didn't he?
There are more, right?
There were 3. There was a black onyx amulet that he wears around his neck. We saw that in his possession. He's had it since long before Callie's wedding, I'm assuming, because he was wearing it to the delegation. The staff of Isilme, which was the first item that Kokanee sent back the very first days that we met in Toren. So the only of the soul parts that are still around is your pants, which are called Dela's Betrayal.
Neppy, could you do the thing that you did to the temple and hallow them?
Her pants?
Yeah.
It takes a day.
I know, but it's worthwhile if we can. If that destroys a third of his soul, that might be worthwhile. It could weaken him before the fight even begins.
I don't know if that's quite how it works. If you give me just a second here.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I'm not sure about the spell. If we could just fucking hallow out his soul, that'd be great. And then
I don't think it works like that.
It's an area.
It's an area like yeah. So I can hallow the parts of this temple that have been desecrated and remove the desecration. I am assuming there will be something with the power that will be gained when we reforge the seal. Once I seal Velsoom away, my sense is the magic that holds on the Kopesh will be weakened. They will no longer be serving something that is locked away, and perhaps then we can reforge. We will have to separate them and magically craft them back into the hand, which we have some idea of what it looks like, but that's about it.
is it worthwhile trying to remove the blades now in some manner?
The Kopesh?
From the handles.
I don't think we have the power, Finnan.
Okay.
Not while Velsoom lives, or is here on this plane.
We should probably catch up with Dresda.
I think we should probably go.
Yes, I
I
agree.
feel like all roads lead to Bakal right now, and we've done a nice little side trip, but we should probably hustle.
Yes.
All right. So you head out of the tomb and make your way.
Seal it back up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You kind of spend a bit of time then kind of collapsing the debris back down in, or how do you want to seal it up?
Do we want to block the door to prevent anybody from going inside again? Do we have time?
Look, anyone who opens that door is going to get blasted with a bunch of badness. Anyone who wants to cause trouble after that gets hit by 2 dragon dudes. I think they're fine. We should probably get to
It's not a
Bakal.
weapon, right?
I think
Yeah.
that if they are capable of getting past all of those things, they will also be capable of getting past some rocks.
Let's go.
Fair enough. Let's go.
So you head back and
Debbie pulls out the map.
rendezvous.
Towards where the giants said they're.
Yep. You make your way up and a little ways up into the hills, and you can see the kind of giant encampment fairly well blended in, but with the map, you're able to find them pretty quickly as they all seem to be getting ready for the journey. You see Dresda comes over. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. I forgot I'm the spokesperson. Yeah, we're ready. You ready?
Yes, we have had mounts prepared for you to keep up.
Great. What do you got?
You see she kind of lays her hand down on the ground, and sort of you feel kind of a pulse through your feet.
Sandworms. Oh my God,
as like out of some of the hills, you can see like almost kind of shimmying out. You see 6 large sand spiders kind of move towards you.
Okay, I love this.
Oh no! These things eat patch.
Yo,
one
what's the milk
person
like on those guys?
one person can ride with me.
How's the spider milk here?
We have never tried to milk them.
Oh my God, we have so much to talk about. But I'll tell you on the way.
Very well.
Guys, we got rides. Everyone pick a spider.
Well, someone can ride with me if I can see Callie and Glack. You're not huge fans of these giant spiders.
It's fine. It's fine.
Callie, would you like to ride with me?
Oh, so popular.
Who do you like better?
Callie, I need to make a phone call. Can you ride with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Use the
You
stop
see they kind of
allowing.
like scuttle over, and they like lean down their like front 2 legs, and so you're able to climb on top.
Use the
Clark,
stop
it's okay.
allowing
You come with
to
me, bud.
summon shadow facts, and he's gonna go. The outside of a shadow is a penumbra, and I go.
You already said that one, dickhead.
You try to think of multiple fucking shadow facts.
You signed up for this when you made
Should've made
the
it so
bit.
much different.
You can't
But I
do a
haven't-
bit
I've said
and then
it
have
ages ago. I've
3
said it
facts
ages ago.
and then just be like,
No.
oh, you guys
We
expect more
remember.
than 3 facts?
Look, in canon,
shadow
he's
facts
only said
multiple.
one fucking fact. His name is Shadow Fact. That's it.
That's okay. I will say that's a good bit too. Shadow fact, and only has one shadow fact. That's
One
It's the
fact.
penumbra. It's the outside of it. It's a called a
Fine,
penumbra.
fine. He goes, "Woo! Shadows get longer in the winter due to the angle of the sun. And then I mount him up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, wow. Good.
So you're
I
not
get on
riding
the
the spider.
I
Are
get
you, so Finnan's not riding the spider.
No, I'm going to write shadow facts.
Okay, so you see 2 of the spiders because 2 of you are doubled up. So, so yeah, 2 of the spiders kind of go back
Are
into
they
burrow back into the sand.
soft?
Disgusting. Please don't tell me.
They are. There is no like saddle or anything, so you're right up against their bodies, and they are rough. They're sort of like they're covered in sort of like a
I'm so
fur,
sorry, Lennon.
like tiny hairs. It's not the softest, but it is a little softer than you expected.
Spider hair's pretty soft, yeah.
Yeah,
They give it like a really good like little scritch.
yeah, and like you can see it like it kind of like waves its sort of front part.
I kind of want to mess with Lennon right now, pretending like things are happening because she can't hear
No.
what we're saying.
Still tragically hear you, even though.
As you all as they pick up with a surprising amount of speed, they are able to traverse through the mountainous terrain pretty quickly. Shadow Fact is having a harder time keeping up.
No,
as
he has like a very fast speed.
okay.
The magical horse. The spell says like.
But
he's
because his
fast.
name is Shadowfax, he's technically slower than all other magical horses, so he is falling behind.
He's falling behind it a little bit. No, you're.
Does he get longer in the winter?
He does. He gets longer in the winter. That's why he can fit more people on him.
I hate that.
horrible. So you all kind of ride.
Yeah, he has a speed of 100 feet and can travel 10 miles in an hour or 13 miles at a fast pace. He's a
Nice.
fast horse.
As the giants are all just kind of running beside you, they seem to be very familiar with the terrain and are able to traverse. You're kind of now in this sort of lower hills, less of the mountainous regions, as you're traversing over the where the hills kind of give way into the sand, and you travel all day, and you can see you get to the end of where the hills give out to kind of more sand like coming around. You kind of see the edge of the bay, where across is the city of Bakal. Yeah.
While we're making that ride, I would say to Callie, Callie, do you know what time it is in Wolfreen?
No, probably not a great time. But
Shoot. I was wondering if we could call command. I mean, I could cast sending, but I don't have that prepared right now, and it would also be really not a great back and forth conversation. I was wondering if Kamea could give the stone to Nissa, and I could ask her more about my pets. Maybe she knows a way to destroy them, but she's not going to be happy if I talk to her in the middle of the night.
no, Kamea can talk to her.
I guess we'll try. Like, it's important. She'll get it.
Callie would pick up the sending stone and be like, hello.
Hello?
What time is it there? I know, I'm sorry.
It's late. It's probably about midnight or so. I'm still awake. It's all right.
Would it be possible for Spooky to talk to Nessa?
Yes. Give me a few minutes. I'll go over to her library and see if she's awake. She's been spending a lot of time in her private study, so I assume she's probably there.
Yeah.
Wait, about 20 minutes goes by for you. Yes, she is awake. Here she is. Yeah.
Pass over this
Hello?
one.
Yeah.
Hi, sorry it's late. I hope I didn't wake you up. It's
No,
Hannah.
I'm still awake. What's up?
Okay, I figured. So I'm sorry I didn't ask you about this earlier. I can't remember how much we've talked about my pants, but they contain part of a soul of the very bad man we're trying to kill. How would I destroy that part of his soul? Do you know anything about that? I thought you'd be a good person to ask.
So
I'd give her like the whole lay down on my pants.
Okay, so she goes, okay, well, if he's a lich, like you say, part of becoming a lich, you separate your soul into phylacteries, from what I know. If your pants, you think they're phylacteries? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're very certain.
All right.
They're like pretty evil. They changed the color of my magic, and it's been a big concern.
They've changed since you've been wearing them?
So they were like fine, and my magic was my magic. And then we went to like this cult temple we found outside of Barnwich where I found the pants, and then my magic changed color. And I couldn't take the pants off at first. They were stuck to my body, but we fixed that. But I haven't taken them off very much because they are evil, and I don't want to left them out of my sight.
Okay. Well, destroying a phylactery, there's not much on that, but from what I've read, there is a chance that when you destroy a phylactery like that, and it sounds like these carry some inherent power on their own, you could release like a facsimile of the lich itself. Not him specifically, but like a spectral version of him when you destroy them. That is a possibility.
Okay.
And it sounds like whatever you've done to them, that thing may be stronger than it maybe was to start with.
Great. Okay.
So I would just be prepared for that. As far as destroying a magical item, I mean, there's lots of different ways. It depends on how strong the item is. You could try physically destroying it or dispelling it and then destroying it. You could, do you have any lava around?
I don't know. Guys, is there any lava around?
Tends to soften things up.
Isn't there? I mean,
We might need lava.
It would use a usage of the both the thingies, but we could go to the plane elemental. I know there's probably a lot of lava there.
The fire plane?
Yeah.
Just a casual jump to the fire plane?
Beep boop. You know.
If we...
Beep boop.
I don't...
Beep boop. Catch on fire.
You know, just cover ourselves in water, hop on over, throw the pants in. So do whatever we need to do with lava that you need to do with lava, and then we boot back.
I wouldn't be able to... I can't use... just in case we come across Soom, I have to have all of my upper level magic available.
Are we going to Bakal today?
2 days.
2 days. It's 2.5 days travel.
Right. So before we go to sleep, we boop, and then we beep back, or the other way around.
If I overheard that sending stone properly, which I did on my spider from over here for the sake of narrative ease,
You're sort of like riding up alongside it.
Yeah, it's on speaker stone. Then we open up those pants and we got to fight another Soom who sounds like they are supercharged.
Yeah, my pants are really powerful now.
I mean, I will say, if generally, from what I understand about how a phylactery works, if you kill him, he'll just come back through that thing.
Yeah. So we gotta take care of the pants.
Is there like a time delay on that, or is it just immediate?
I have no idea. I don't know a lot of liches. I don't know any liches.
It's also not our intent to kill him.
No, it's
not. Yeah, let's banish him.
We're banishing him. We're not killing him.
And then
we cannot kill him.
Yeah.
If we, as Nissa says, if we kill him, he will go back into the pants or the stone that he has.
We banish him, and then we destroy his pants, stone, staff at our leisure.
Yes.
We need to get those off him then.
Yes.
Oh, we can do that.
Yes.
Okay.
We need the staff of Visilme. We need the amulet, the black onyx amulet, and we need we have the pants.
Pants, necklace.
Kind of weird that he just left them lying around, though.
Generally, they hide them.
I guess, yeah.
Didn't you find them in the super evil cult temple?
Yeah, I guess it's a pretty good place to hide them.
Torren was also kind
Seemed
of in
really
the middle of
easy to do.
nowhere. And it was being held by someone quite powerful, or someone quite powerful found it. And I doubt would have given up possession of it had we not killed it. As we're all just riding on our spiders.
I would like to imagine that we're riding on something much better than spiders. Callie's gone into just like...
I would like to grip my spider's thorax with my thighs and sort of encourage it to move faster.
And make an animal handling check.
What?
No, I just want to describe.
It's long fibrous hairs pierce through your skin.
Let's not.
Roll a D100.
Okay.
Let's be aware of that not everyone likes spiders.
72.
72.
Just like,
and what was,
if my math is right, the amount of legs that are with us right now.
Wait. He rolled a 72 plus a 17 on his D20.
17 on it. Okay. Yeah,
that
it goes
doesn't
a little
add up.
faster. And like you
dumb.
feel like a sort of a shimmy as it speeds up a little faster.
Great.
We love you, Lennon. It's fine.
Sorry, Len.
Thanks, Nissa. Good night.
I mean, okay.
Oh, wait. What did you have to say? Sorry, you go. We don't have to hang up yet.
Where are you going to banish him?
we're gonna put
Isn't
him.
he from here?
We're gonna put him in a seal.
I'm thinking
Okay.
like a lamp or something.
My wedding ring.
Oh yeah, that too.
You're gonna.
Sorry,
All right.
aren't you gonna? But Nepenthe, don't we need to forge the Hand of Io with the spell?
No.
Isn't that? Doesn't that spell like reseal?
To my knowledge, I have to be within 30 feet
Mm-hmm.
of, please, Tim, correct me if I'm wrong,
Mhm.
based on what I know. I have to be within 30 feet of the thing that I am trying to
Sure.
seal away. That's how I interpreted it. And it was I will either have to be within 30 feet of.
Yeah, but my question is it a spell that makes a new seal or repairs a broken seal?
New seal, right?
New seal.
New seal for a
Okay.
new banishment.
Yes.
Cool.
I don't know how to. That was.
You also know about the spell. It returns things to their home plane.
Oh, so we do have to kill him.
Banishment spell. Banishes them back to their home plane.
Right.
Unless he's not from here.
New
He is,
seal.
right? Sorry, Len, make your joke.
It would have been in his history whether he was from this plane or not.
As far as you know, he was born here. Yeah.
So
Okay, so that's a chained oblivion spell. We still got to fight in Valsoom, fairsy squaresy.
right. It was the magic is unclear to me. I only have what Velvari, Harday, and my goddess gifted me the rest of the knowledge, but the gods don't really explain things. They just kind of say here, and then you do the rest.
Hey, Nissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Letters here. Thanks for getting on the call.
Yeah, I know who you are.
Yeah. What? We don't.
You
look,
called
Lava's
me.
Lava's gonna be a problem. Can we just set it on fire real good? I have some pretty good fire stuff. Can we just set it on fire real good? Is that gonna do it?
I don't know. I've never come across a phylactery. There isn't a lot about them out there. This is like the limit of my knowledge.
Okay.
I don't even know if lava would work. It destroys most things,
Okay.
magical or otherwise.
My giant spider's still pretty sprightly, but when it slows down, we'll try the fire thing before we go to the plane of fire.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Nissa.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Have a good night.
As you continue throughout the evening, and you can see the sun sort of setting, but the light does not seem to change at all, which is a very strange sensation. As you are now kind of hit with this like intense yellow light, which you now see is emanating from as you're across the bay from the city of Bakal, far in the distance. But you can see now the kind of like yellow light emanating from what looks like almost like a storm, like cluster of clouds sort of swirling around above the large spire. And you can see kind of flicks of like lightning sort of streak across, striking the tower. And you can see that is the source of this like almost now blinding yellow light that is just bathed the entire bay and the surrounding area. And you can see you're kind of across, if you look at the map, you're kind of across sort of southwest a little bit. And it's about kind of a day around to the edge of the city.
And we're stopping here for.
Yeah, you can see the giants kind of pull up, and Dresda comes over.
This would be a good place to camp.
Well, we of course defer to your expertise, Dresda. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I have sent several emissaries to the surrounding tribes. We will know by morning if we have reinforcements.
That's really cool. We're going to try some stuff tonight to see if we can't make things a little easier for us. And hopefully in the morning we just really make a good effort on this.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad we're doing this together.
Yes. Me too.
She kind of
Cool.
like nods her head and
Sleep tight,
smiles.
Dresda.
Just a
Don't let
little-
the spiders bite.
I would kill them.
Yeah, I
She
know you
walks
would.
away.
We need to ride them, so don't kill them. Don't let
And
them.
the spiders kind of follow after her, and then you can see kind of as she heads over, they've set up kind of a camp on the other side of the dune, and you can see the spiders just kind of burrow into the sand.
If I ever have kids, I'm gonna make her their like godparent. I feel like. I think that's the call. Do we want to? I'll wait till Finnan's back because he's real circlet happy. Oh, there he is. Do we want to try on the new circlet? See if we've got a dragon. Because dragon
so.
breath could probably fuck up a pair of pants. One hand washes the other, and together they destroy pants. How do we like that?
There's also something I'd like to test out. Sorry, Neppy.
No, please.
There's something I'd like to test out with the circlets. I have a theory, but I don't know if it will actually work.
What's your theory?
I think if I control the body and I gaze of the two minds, whoever's in the head, I can see through their eyes and then also be flying the body.
You already can do that, can't you? Letters, when you were wearing the breath, weren't you still able to see through the head?
Yeah, you can all see. You all
Yeah.
have shared sight.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Mhm.
So the head is just directional.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's sort of guiding the head kind of guides where the body would go.
Well, I
Um,
have a third circlet. Would anybody like to attune? I think it's an int save.
Right here, buddy. Right here.
yes.
No,
Yeah.
no, Finnan. You
Yeah.
no, it's no.
Oh, okay.
It should be Finnan. No, seriously, it should be you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, dude,
Okay.
Dude,
Thank you.
please.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so you spend the time attuning to it.
Oh.
So it's
Callie, stay close for this one. We might need your vibes.
okay.
Here for the good vibes.
Party girl paladin at her best.
All right, so it's Finnan, Kokanee, and letters.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you all attune to your circlets, after about an hour, you can feel yourself kind of like you sit down and sort of focus on them, and you slip into this sort of trance-like state. As you open your
Guys.
eyes,
Fun fact, this is the first time Finnan has ever been attuned to 3 objects at once.
as your eyes open in the familiar large columned cavern, as you kind of like open your eyes, you can see kind of stretches on for some ways.
I think... Wait, I didn't need to make a save?
No.
Oh, because it's complete. I think forward.
You can tell, like, you can, as you sort of begin into this, you can feel that like prolonged time doing this
Right.
eventually would be taxing. But it's not immediate. You're like,
Sure.
it's taking all your focus essentially.
I think forward.
So yeah,
I
you
breathe
feel this-
fire so we can see.
Yeah, as you light up the cavern, which you can now see stretches on for some ways, and you kind of feel the like. As you
I wanna
see
try
kind of
something.
dust floating down.
I would like to lift my dragon hand up in front of me.
Yeah.
And try to cast light.
Okay, you kind of reach up and you see this like long kind of metallic claw with like hundreds of intricate moving parts kind of moving. You kind of hold it up. No light comes out. Just kind of. Actually, 1 second.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Do you want me to grab? Do you want me to grab the?
visual aids?
Yeah.
Do you want
Oh
me to
yeah,
grab
you can grab it if you want. Stats.
So many visual. Do we get to be party to the stats?
Yes, I can send them to you.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So Tim found this in a model store that we were in, and he told me I couldn't. I was like, well, what are you getting? And he's like, you can't be here. And then I had to leave. So
Whoa.
it's not painted yet. And I was hoping to have it done before we played with it in person, but
so yes, you you don't see any magic come forth. You do notice though, letters as your fire kind of roars out, you feel something else, some other kind of thing, ability that you have. You're not exactly sure, but you can tell that not only is there sort of like a fire breath, but there seems to be some other kind of mechanism as well. You can feel.
Let's go for lightning.
As you kind of open your mouth, this like thick spew of black just like spreads out along the floor. This sort of like oily substance just covers everything in front of you.
I breathe fire on that.
You see as it lights up almost doubly, it just goes this huge inferno.
Oh God.
Yo, let's like fly. Like, what are we doing here?
I look up.
Why are we walking?
Yeah. You can see with the like fire now kind of raging, you can see probably about 120 feet ahead of you, above you, there is a large circular hatch. Looks to be maybe wood.
So through that hatch.
Unmute yourself, you coward.
You see, like,
sorry, I'm munching. I'm gonna unflex the wings and
and you hear this kind of as you feel this like massive form just lift off the ground. You all can kind of feel the weight of this creature as you begin to fly up, and the claws kind of climb up the columns as you get closer and closer towards this wooden hatch.
Burn the hatch.
I fucking breathe fire on that hatch.
Yeah, you kind of, and you see as you breathe fire across it, you can see about 5 kind of reddish runes like kind of spring to life as the whole thing just kind of opens up. And you see there's this like explosion of what looks like kind of rocky debris that kind of springs forward. And you can see blue sky or yellowish sky above.
We
hinged yellow.
Are Voltron.
What is that?
Oh, it's another play.
You gotta stop seeing so many plays; they'll rot your brain.
The Rangers of Power. They're a bunch of
everyone knows that live theater is bad for young minds. Come on, you should be focusing on your studies. Importantly, is the sky a less yellowy shade of yellow or an adequately shady
it's
yellowy
less
shade?
yellow than where you are.
Ooh, that's a bad sign.
Not by much. Not by much.
Oh,
but
that's
it
a good
is
sign.
Slightly yellow.
We can't communicate to the rest of the party. Where are we? Coconut, you're from here. Hey, this looks familiar.
Do you guys fly out?
Hell yeah.
So you look around, and as you fly out, you kind of turn and you can see behind you what looks like a large volcano. You can see kind of just like a wisp of smoke kind of emanating from the top. And you can see in the distance, it's a ways. Actually, make a perception check and add
17 plus.
Nice roll.
6, so 23. You can see in the distance there looks like there's maybe another landmass, but it's quite far away.
What's the geography here? What does it look like?
There's ocean all around you. Behind it, like there's this.
It's a volcano surrounded by ocean.
Like there's an island. You can see that there is a larger island connected to this volcano that kind of tapers off behind the volcano. You can't see too much of it, but beyond that, it just looks like ocean.
And
what does the labyrinth of glass look like?
It's like a jungle, or Callie would know, but it's jungle-like.
Really cool.
You guys can make, all 3 of you can make history checks.
I'm good at the. Oh hell yeah, baby! It's gonna be 22.
Okay.
11.
3 minus or 3 plus 0.
Nice.
You would still probably know what this is. As soon as he says it, you're like, oh yeah, duh, of course. Letters, you know from studying the maps around the area. This looks like judging by the kind of volcano and the sort of island around it, you get the sense this is probably Cinderfall. And then as soon as he says that,
Oh.
Literally right there.
Kokanee, as soon as he says it, you're like, oh yeah, you've seen this before. You've seen Cinderfall before.
The lovely place
You've never seen
on
it
the
from
map
this.
that looks like that.
Yeah.
I've looked at a lot of maps since I've come here. How far away is Cinderfall from our approximate location?
It's a little ways. You're not sure by flight. By boat, it would take a few days. But by flight, you're not exactly sure.
Flight is a lot faster than a boat.
Are there any like Kokanee? Are there any like land masses, like small islands that kind of go the way up, so that if we need to rest, we can kind of make a pit stop
Between here and the MK?
It's not
No,
open
I
ocean.
think it's just a straight flight.
So it's either we commit to this or we put him back in the hole.
I think we see if we can get ourselves a dragon.
Okay.
Well, I think we should land them and just let everybody know that's the plan, because we are probably like comatose and they're just looking at us without, like, we've probably been out for a few minutes.
Well, Letters, why don't you tell them, and then we can continue flying and make good time, because we don't need the breath.
Sure, I'm sure nothing bad will happen if I land Voltron. Shklink.
You take it off?
Yeah,
okay.
let's do it.
Finnan and Kokanee make Constitution saving throws.
And we're close to
Callie's
Callie, right?
standing right there for good vibes.
Epi hasn't left either. Not that
Use
that's
it.
helpful.
Still up in the sky, too.
Could use a luck point for that one.
Callie, yeah, Callie's good vibes.
22.
22?
That will be, with Callie's good vibes, a 30.
Okay.
Good lord.
You both feel
It's a constitute boy.
a wave of exhaustion. You both take 1 point of exhaustion. As you like you're able to still concentrate and keep this thing up in the air, but you can feel the like weight of it is exponentially more. And you know that doing this for any longer, you could maybe sustain this. You think maybe at most for an hour before you become even more exhausted. The like mental.
I'm gonna like move my hands and be like trying to make the physical version of Finnan look like he like needs help, so that Letters comes back.
You're still just in this sort of trance-like state.
The dragon is just like, ah.
Letters, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm great. We've got a dragon. It's at Cinderfall. It's awesome. But we are going to try to fly it over here. We don't know how long that'll take. So I guess we're just going to give her a shot. I guess strap us to the very lusterful hairy coats of the giant spiders in the morning, and we'll just catch up, I think is the plan.
I won't.
Okay.
We'll take care of you. Do what you have to do, and we'll take care of you.
Put us on the spiders. Don't let us get eaten by the spiders.
Let us go and help Kokanee and Finnan. We've got you.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine. This was Finnan's idea. He seemed really confident when he said it. So, like, here, I'm actually a little hungry, so I'm just gonna take a little bite, like for the road, because I mean it's a long flight from Cinderfall to here.
It's only a couple of days by boat, so you should be quicker by.
Oh yeah, it's a lot faster if you got a belly full of oats. 1 second. I'm gonna take a quick snack and okay. See you in Bakal, I guess. If we get close, we'll breathe fire, and that's how you'll know it's us.
Yes,
okay.
and I assume the giant dragon flowing across the sky won't be any indication. Put it back on. Go.
Okay. 1 second. One more oat for the road.
As you pop the circle back on, you feel the mental load is quite a bit less. You still both have a point of exhaustion, but as you continue your flight path towards the landmass in the distance, you are all kind of focusing on this as it kind of flying through the air as this giant clockwork dragon. And that, I think, is where we're going to take our break.
Oh,
Yay! We got a dragon.
See you soon, guys. Oh my gosh. I can't. I am actually.
back.
We're back.
And we're back. We've got your back. We're back with you.
Everybody's back. Almost. Almost everybody's back. It's because she doesn't want to be the first one back. I get it. I don't want to be that either. It was so funny. So funny.
Emma, you're muted. We could hear what you were saying.
You're double muted
but
now.
through Tim.
It was so funny.
I hate this. I hate this so much. No, I love it. It's the best.
All right. So you are all you're flying through the night. It is evening when the giants are sort of taking their rest. So how did you want to rest here with them? Are you pushing on? How would you like to do?
I mean, the three of them are out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we should, if the giants are resting here, I think we are the safest protected with them.
I think we
Right.
should probably stay with them, considering our numbers are almost halved at the moment.
Yes. Also, Yana, I had a thought about your pants. I could ask Her Grace if I could ask her what the banishment spell is intended for, whether it's intended for Valsoom or intended for the Chained Oblivion. There might be a way that I can get a bit more information out of her
It's not a bad idea.
if she's willing to give it. The questions are often best answered dichotomously, so yes or no. I don't wish to push her too much. She's already given me so much. So, if there was anything that you wished to know of someone who sees everything, who knows all, what would you ask?
I don't know. That's a hard question, Epi. Like about anything or like my pants?
Your pants, I was thinking specifically.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Like, I think I'm worried most that they're already hurting me and that they could hurt my friends. Because they tried once.
Would you like me to ask her if she has any sense of whether you'll be able to control them?
I mean, I'd like to use them for good if I can, but yeah, I guess if that's possible. But I don't want to put anybody at risk because I want to have cool pants. You know?
I know. And I will say what I've said all along. I would prefer those pants in your hands. Someone who
Or on my legs.
Your legs, yes. Who I trust so dearly. Rather than back in the clutches of Valsoom.
That's for sure. I'd rather keep them than give them back or just have them destroyed so they can't hurt anybody again, because that was really scary.
I could ask her if they can be destroyed, if we have the capabilities to destroy them. Though she may not be able to tell me how.
Yeah, I think that's my main concern. If I can control them and if they can not be evil anymore, I guess. Or yeah.
All right. That might be beyond her scope of vision, but I can try.
Okay.
She knows so much. And I would like to ask her if there is a way to who this spell is intended for. Will it work if I cast it on Valsoom? If he is from this plane, will it shunt him somewhere else? Seal him away in a plane that he cannot leave? I do not wish to leave him to his own devices in his own plane. That to me seems just as problematic. Someone of his power, but I could always ask if we have to destroy your pants first before. Might give us a bit of direction. I don't know. Kelly, do you have any thoughts?
I think what you're thinking of going with is good. I think anything we ask right now might be helpful to know a bit of anything.
If you could ask Melora anything in this moment, what would you ask her?
Right now?
Right now.
About the pants or about me?
How about you? You've seemed pensive these last couple of days. Stuck in your thoughts.
I'd want to know if she thought I was a worthy enough follower and fighter up to this point.
What do you think she would say?
I would hope she'd say yes.
I don't know. I don't follow Melora, but if there was ever someone who I could emulate, be like, in the realm of acumen towards action, it would be you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you always feel worthy. Because you are.
She's right.
Thank you.
Of course. If the two of you wouldn't mind terribly, sometimes these communion rituals are stronger when I have others pray with me. You don't need to speak Infernal. I would just need a little bit of blood.
I can do that.
All right.
Blood.
I've showed a couple people this ritual, but I would love to show it to you. It is probably one of my favorites.
Okay. Hold on one second. Clack.
Yeah.
Can you watch
I'm
the
right
boys?
here. Yeah. What do you need, Anna?
I know you've been watching my pants, but can you watch
I
the
mean,
boys?
in a respectful, I was told to keep an eye on them way.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do my duty.
You're doing a great job, but can you keep an eye on the boys for a second? Because we're gonna go do a thing. We'll be right here. But
Sure. Yeah.
paying attention, and that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, just make sure that they're not like
Got you.
oh no, passing out.
Anything you need.
Cool, thanks.
Hey, I've always whatever you want.
I mean, your wants should come into your friendships as well. It's not just what.
Of course, yes. But I'm,
friendships, right?
Yeah. I in this moment, it feels like the needs of the group, outweigh the needs of myself.
I get that.
Yeah.
I feel that, Clack.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, but maybe one day we can talk about my needs too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you for gifting me that thought.
Clack, you can always talk to us about stuff.
Yeah, I feel that way. For sure.
Okay. I just want
Kelly and I have had some hearts.
Yeah, we have. She'd put on her fist for a fist bump.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, we're gonna go do a thing. You watch the boys. We'll be right here.
You got it, Anna. Whatever you need.
He heads over to the guys.
I spy with Kokanee's giant dragon eye something beginning with F.
Fish?
Yeah, I know, it's a fish. Good. Letters, you're good at this.
Look, I've only like flown 10 minutes at a time before. This fucking sucks. I don't know why people are always going on about like, oh, I fly in my dreams. I don't think they fucking dream in real time. This
Pretty
is boring.
consistently boring,
hell.
yeah.
I hate this.
Just sort of a straight line. Finn, are your arms tired? Wings? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, kind of like I feel a little tired. Can you just like spice things up a little by breathing oil and fire places? Letters?
I mean, I can, but I feel like we should probably draw minimal attention to ourselves. Look, I can do exactly one thing as part of this dragon, and I have been not doing it because I feel like, you know, it's like, look, it's awesome, but probably not what we look. A lot like the world is at stake. We just have to be bored right now.
All right, Letters,
that
it's your
actually
turn.
feels incredibly relevant.
You succeeded at the you succeeded at the guessing the fish, so it's your turn.
Oh God. I love the silence game. You ever play that on a road trip? Who can be silent the longest?
Yeah, I know that one. All right.
I'm really good at it. You won't beat me.
You don't have to condescend to me, Letters. I
Not
know what the silence game is.
I am a champion in all things, including the silence game.
Yeah,
3,
you're really
2, 1. Now
you're really reminding me of my dad, but okay.
You just hear the creak of metal as you continue to fly.
Letters. After a while, I guess, because I'd been trying for a little bit to win the silence game. How's the scar on your arm healing up?
No response.
Oh, right. Science game. You're gonna try to win it everything. I get you. Okay. Well, I guess I'll look forward then.
You just continue to fly. Okay.
Back at the camp, once Clack would be safely looking after the boys, Neppy would start setting up a commune ritual. Hi, kitty. Good timing.
Show us the cat.
Oh, you lost.
Oh fuck! No. That wasn't in character. That wasn't in character. Okay, good. Thank you. Please continue, Em.
The face. She exited the frame.
My favorite. So Neppy would set up the commune ritual with like a circle of candles, and there would be incense going, and she would put a small bowl in the center, this like beautiful gold and platinum bowl that you've seen her use for scrying. If the two of you would want to join hands with me. Right, so I'm going to run my holy symbol across your hands. It will create a bit of a small cut, but please have the blood flow into the bowl. So I would do that. It would just be a very thin cut across your hands. And you would just see Neppy kind of squeeze her hand into the bowl. And, all right, give me your hands. And Neppy's going to rub charcoal across your hands. And all of a sudden, this like dome of magical darkness. But in kind of like my mind of how Neppy does this, you can actually see because it's a prayer ritual, not just darkness. And then I'm going to cast Commune with Nephthys again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this one's 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, as you see kind of the familiar in the distance of the dark, sort of just behind the group, you can see sort of a familiar black cat kind of pad just kind of hanging around the edges of the group.
Your Grace, thank you for gifting me your presence and calling you so far. I know your eyes are on Philenis right now, taking care of Aftish and everyone there and making sure that they are all faring well in Hades absence. I hope that she has been wonderful company for you now that she is home with you, or whatever journey you have sent her on next. I have questions for you, if you would grace me with your answer. And I asked Kelly and Yana to join me because, well, I think we all need to stick very close together these days. And the magic that is contained in Yana's pants is worrying to all of us. I know that she fears that they will be the ruin of the people she cares about most, and it is my hope that any wisdom that you can provide me may help put her at ease. I wish to calm her and assuage her doubt, because I know she is strong, and she has more power than she could ever imagine. So to my first question. In the presence of Valsoom, when we get to Bakal, will Yana be able to control the magic within her pants and use it for the greater good?
Kind of a few moments go by as you see the cat kind of pads around Yana. I am unsure. The chaos contained within the artifact is unpredictable.
I understand. From that, to truly rid the world of Valsoom, must we destroy her pants first?
The order does not matter, but the fragments must be destroyed if he should ever find rest.
And to my final question, and I am so grateful for your guidance, and I cannot tell you the utmost honor it will bring me to use the spell you have gifted me through Velvari and Hade. Will the sealing spell, the banishment spell, work on Valsoom?
It is not for creatures of this plane.
All right.
She kind of pads around and looks, and then heads off into the darkness.
Neppy would kind of flip the hands and rub the charcoal off, dropping the darkness spell. Yana, did you feel anything? Did you see her?
Did I?
No, you did not. You did feel, both you and Callie both felt what felt like a small creature kind of behind your back at one point. But you didn't see anything.
I felt something, but I couldn't hear it.
She often takes the form of a small cat. She walked around. She walked by you and sat next to you for a few moments. So her presence was close.
That makes sense.
Thank you for participating in that with me. She spoke of the chaos in your pants, and that chaos contained.
Chaos in My Pants is my next band name called it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be your first groupie.
I'll be your second.
That chaos contained can be difficult to predict and hard to control. I don't see that necessarily as anything inherently negative, but more as a warning. She said that the order of destruction does not matter, but for Valsum to truly find rest, was her phrasing. The phylacteries and he will have to be destroyed. And Neppy would look down at her wedding ring and play like fiddle with it. The sealing spell is not for him. It's for Tharisdun. So I'm to seal away a god, I think.
That about tracks for us, huh?
Yes. It felt more, it felt more doable when it was Valsum. But sealing away a god, that's another thing entirely. I'm glad to have you both.
If anyone could do it, I think it might be you, High Priestess Nepentha.
Well, your confidence in me is, that means a lot.
I'm not the only one.
I won't stop hitting as long as you're sealing.
I won't stop sealing as long as you're hitting. So,
now, while the boys are out, perhaps this is an opportunity for a slumber party?
You are the best. Yes. Yes. Although it would be a little like, I know the boys are out, but like Clack's still here.
Clack can join, can't he?
Clack can,
Yeah.
yes. He doesn't
Sorry,
have
what?
any-
Sorry, someone's my name?
I suppose we would wander back
Kind
over.
of jogs up.
So,
Does Clack have any hair?
He has a little bit of hair on his head.
Perfect.
It's sort of like wiry and gray, and it's kind of like somewhat thin on the top, and then is a little thicker around the sides.
Does he have enough that I could French braid it?
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna try and French braid his hair.
oh, sorry, what are you doing?
Have you heard of a slumber party?
Is that, no, I have not.
There's no way you've missed me chanting slumber party
Oh,
on several occasions.
I thought you were asking if I had ever been to one. I have never been to one myself, but I do know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I figured out what a slumber party is.
Emma, are you gonna give him a Svelenian braid?
I feel like Neppy would have done nothing in her youth, but well, she would have done a lot of things, but like evenings would have been like, I'm gonna braid your people's hair.
Sure.
So
It
Neppy
comes-
sits down and she starts braiding his hair, putting
Okay.
like ribbons in it and
Okay.
like, yeah.
It comes at like it's a little bit like a
Like a
bunch
crown?
of yeah, it's a little bit like a crown just because it's thicker around the sides. So he has this sort of like a crown of braids. He's like,
Mhm.
We don't have
Is-
so many flowers.
Oh, darn. That's
Neppy would take some
no.
like a gold ribbon or two out of her hair and braid it in and put some like gold
This is
jingly
fun. I'm
bits in
having
it.
a lot of fun.
Can I insight check that?
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Tim, I hope you're aware that the more Clack is here, the more I forget that Tim is an entity, and the more Clack just becomes like.
Neppy fully believes that Clack is really enjoying having his hair braided.
That's a 21.
Oh, Clack rolled very well for his deception, and you still beat it. He rolled a 20, so you can tell he's not really enjoying this. He's just going along because he feels like he wants to go along with it. He's like, yeah, I'm having a great time.
Okay, Callie's gonna sit down and be like, Clack, do you like to drink?
Yeah.
Do you want to
yeah.
drink?
Sure.
Yes, there's also drinking at Slumber
Did you
Parties.
guys milk the spider?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry,
Clack,
I didn't. What kind of drinks were you talking about?
Clack, I still have a cask of spider milk.
Oh my God. You
Callie-
have been holding out on us.
I've had it
Have
since.
you not seen Letters and I have been desperate for that. How have you not told us about this?
Letters was there when we got it. I
How
figured
did
he
it-
just would have asked.
I mean, he's a forgetful dude. He's a
It's true.
forgetful guy.
we won it in the fighting pits when we won back Kern and Mira.
Of course. I mean, that is a traditional winning that comes with its a reward.
Yes.
I guess if you win in the fighting pits.
Well, it was a gift from the patch there.
Yeah.
The,
We love
our,
spider milk.
our reward
Milk the
was
spiders.
our reward was Kern and Mira, and then the spider milk as well.
Yeah.
I have no need of it.
Oh my God, are you giving me a whole cask of spider milk? This is amazing. I feel like Sandy Claus has
Hey, Clack,
arrived.
when is your birthday? Do you know?
I don't really know what birth is, so
Oh
really
yeah,
know.
okay.
Right.
I mean, maybe
This
it's
could
today.
be your
It feels like,
birthday.
let's make it today.
Would you like it to be your birthday?
Let's make it my birthday today.
Aww.
Today is the 2nd of Korhireth, so
Wow.
today is your birthday.
Cool.
Callie's gonna pull out tequila.
Neppy pulls out the cask of spider milk.
Oh man!
And I pull out confetti.
Wow, this is amazing.
So you're
Easy.
basically making what, White Russians? Like,
I think so.
Oh, tequila and milk.
It is
I-
vile. Clack is loving it. Clack is. You've never seen Clack happier.
That actually does sound like what Finnan would drink, though.
Obviously. It's not
Just-
spider milk, it's ghost milk.
Callie's just drinking the tequila.
You gotta try it with the spider milk. It's unreal.
Um,
I'll try it.
can Clack make a persuasion check on that one?
It's a
100%.
white Scarian.
Anna just tries
Uh,
it.
he rolled a 17.
And you're also wearing the talisman, so
Yeah.
like
Do it. Come on.
chug that milk.
Chug that
chug
milk.
that milk.
Chug
Chug
that
that
milk.
milk.
Chug that milk.
So hard to time it up.
Oh, it's so hard to chant on Zoom.
I rolled a 6.
Oh yeah, then you're drinking the spider milk. 1 second.
Oh.
Oh, he's getting spider milk. He has spider milk for you to drink.
It's just oat milk.
Oh, he's pulling
What
out
is
another
what
piece
is
of milk.
white? What is spider milk and
Do
tequila
you
called?
do you ever have a
Is it a
dream
white?
that
Is it a
you-
white Scarian?
Emma, in the lore, what is
Yeah.
what is it? What is that specific drink called?
Well, I'll
You
have
guys
to-
have pre-done that, right?
I'll have to look back to
Mhm.
when we drank spider milk the first time
Well,
and what we drank it with.
No, it's a white Petchian. It's a white patch.
Yeah, it's a white patch.
Yeah, it's a white patch.
Oh, it's
I don't
yeah,
like that.
Seems
it's like kind of
weird
white.
to me.
I
Yeah,
don't like that.
white
It's the
patch.
equivalent of a white
speaking,
Russian.
There aren't tequila comes from cacti. There are no cacti in the scar. So this would be the first
Sure.
time this drink has ever been made.
That's true.
So
This is
y'all
like a
get to name it
version.
what you want.
It's the version
white
of the white
clack.
patch.
what would you get if you combined Callie's name and Clack's name together?
Clacky.
Clickiope.
Calliope.
Cliope.
Clickiope.
A
Cliope.
caciope. A caciope.
Okay. Whoever's drinking it, except for Clack, because he's drank lots of spider milk. Make a
Or-
Constitution saving throw.
Or a Clioplaque.
No,
Oh, that hurts my
Calliope.
mouth.
Oh,
Clioplaque? Or
No.
Cliope?
no.
Sounds like a Pokemon that never made it to the game. No, we're not gonna
Unfortunately,
ship
it sounds
this
like one
one.
that
This
maybe
one.
did.
I rolled
That's 7.
I rolled it plus my 4, Jen.
Oh, plus your 4. No, that's an 11.
I rolled a 2, so
Neither of you got enough. What was yours, Neppy? Did you have some? You're not drinking it?
Neppy.
Come on.
Howard.
Come on, Neppy.
Do
Or
it, you
no,
won't.
no. Wait, Callie wouldn't say come on,
God,
Neppy.
that milk.
Callie would look at you and be like, please don't make me do this alone.
I'm
disgrace.
drinking it.
Fine.
What
I'm
am
going to
I?
cast resistance on myself before I drink it.
God, milk.
Make a con save.
Okay. Oh, that was almost so bad. I mean, it's still not good, but it was almost really bad.
I
was
hope
it?
it's really bad. I just want you all to gallon challenge all over each other.
It's
John.
a 13. No,
Sean, I think that's
15.
the grossest thing I've heard you say.
Okay. 15 does it. So you keep it down, but it is like you can feel the like toxic nature of this spider milk coursing through your tummy. It is not good, and it's thick. Spider milk is thick.
Is it like a silky texture?
Not quite. It's
Okay,
like,
even I didn't like that one.
I'm gonna.
it's like cream. It's like thick. It's like heavy cream.
Stop.
Like a liquid spider web.
Carlson, I swear to God.
I'm
So-
gonna have to gallon challenge all over my own lap.
Yana and Callie, you take 15 points of poison damage. You just like you can feel the like instant headache as you like gag on this drink as you're like,
Ooh.
and you just like want to retch.
Clegg.
Heck,
You
that
clap,
was
just like, what is it?
terrible.
Who's down for round 2?
Clegg, would it be a sign of good faith, do you think, to bring some of the spider milk to the giants as to see
I
if they
mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, if they want.
do desert giants in the sky drink spider milk, or is
Yeah.
it mostly a drink of the page?
I mean, everybody drinks it in the Scar because it's the only drink. But
Right.
I mean,
Right. Do you?
there's
They're all so dehydrated.
Jim, Callie.
it's a very dry place. Mhm.
Callie has been wearing the talisman. She's just gonna finish off the rest of her tequila to
Yeah.
just like.
Okay, just to kind of like
gonna
clean out
wash
your
down
system. You just
spider
burn
milk.
out the poison from your system.
Am I able to get some before you do?
No.
Sad.
You still have the taste of spider milk in your mouth,
I have some gin if you're
like a
looking to drink.
calliope.
Please.
I just want the
Please.
taste of it in my mouth.
I
Like
have
water.
the- I have the gin from the distillery in Bamwich. Actually, you're welcome. You can.
Nappy, can I please have some?
Yeah, yes, of course. Are we all just gonna get drunk while the boys are? Dragon?
That's maybe not the most responsible thing.
No,
It's cool. I
just
got
wanna
them.
get-
I got them.
He's like got the cask under one arm.
If anyone's feeling a bit too deep in the what's the phrase in common? Too deep in your cups? Yeah, is that it?
Zooted.
What?
Zooted.
God, I want to yes and this scene so hard, but I'm winning the silent game.
If I'm happy to go take a bit of the spider milk to the giants. If and here have some of the gin. It's just been sitting in the bag. There's only there's about
Yana grabs it.
3/4 of a bottle left. Have fun.
Okay.
I will also say, you guys don't realize this, but the spider milk has fully gone off. Like it's been in your bag for months. It's not cold.
I didn't
like,
know it went off. I had no idea.
It's
milk.
milk.
No! You drank curdled spider milk.
It
You drank
doesn't seem
spider
phased.
yogurt at that point.
Like it
do
was
you feel?
already. It's like already quite alcoholic in its own right now because it's essentially fermented.
You drank like weird
Strong
beer.
drink. Weird beer.
Neppy has no idea.
Did it become spider cheese? Like,
So I guess around this point we're flying, and Kokanee is like, and that is my verbal description of the entire process of designing the architecture for the church that I built. It's so nice being able to talk because you guys we're doing the silent game. Anyway. I can get back to that in a moment. We can get back to sort of a talk through the rituals and whatnot. But first, I just want to say, like, I'm so glad, this is a really scary trip. I'm really, really happy that we have such like good friends watching and taking care of us on the other side, because this is a new thing for us. And I'd be really worried about what could happen to us, but I know that they've got us.
If they weren't getting drunk, they would see Finnan just crying out of boredom, just like tears rolling down his face as he's like dying inside.
Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh, brick design. I never thought
just combust. Letters just turns into flame and is reduced to ashes.
Letters. I'll have you make a Constitution saving. Actually, yeah, you can make con save at advantage.
Okay.
Tim.
Yeah.
Callie's just gonna drunk call Kamea. I can't roleplay it because I can't.
No, you have to.
You have to.
I'm calling
You
your spouse.
have to. Tim, I am not in Letters' brain. Am I?
No. You'll see.
Can I flex my brain?
No, because you don't know it's coming.
Okay. So just my regular old plus for these. Ooh, just a 12.
Okay, so yeah, you like, as this is all happening, you get this weird taste in your mouth that is vaguely familiar but very strong. It's like way stronger than.
What an absolute fucking menace to be like, my friend's in a trance, yum yum yum. What a maniac Clack is.
He's trying to share a treat with his best buddy.
You take 15 points of poison damage.
Wait, is Clack into it? He knows it's curdled.
Oh, he's loving it. He's
Now,
loving it. You think like the Petch will drink fermented spider milk. That's not new to them. You've had it before too.
Don't hate. It would be a 16 if Callie's in on it.
No, Callie's too far away. You guys
Callie's
I
drunk.
love that. I'll take the damage.
I'm good that they're not even near us. That's great.
We are taking
They're
very
right
good care
there.
of him. Right there.
So yeah,
We have
you
a
call
slumber party.
And
You call
Wiggles is
Kamea.
watching intensely.
Yeah, I call Kamea.
God, it's gonna be like 5:30 in the morning.
What's that yogurt drink that tastes like sour,
Yogurt.
like
Yop.
kefir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
It's
that what
yop.
this is? Is this
Fermented
spider kefir?
You guys are drinking 3-month-old yops. That's exactly what you're having.
Yo, I have that. I'll bring that after. I'll bring that after the quarantine.
I mean,
Close. That's a pretty
technically,
close
it's
analog
Old
I'll
for
yop.
spider
bring-
milk.
It's
Fermented yop.
almost a year old.
Oh my god.
Year-old yop and tequila.
Year old yop. That's band name. I called it. Please don't take it.
It's a year
Oh my
old.
god.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Uh,
Okay, so
Oh,
you
so
call
gross.
Kamea.
Mhm.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, sweetheart.
I just really miss you.
You just kind of hear a soft giggle on the other side. I miss you too. Are you all right?
I'm good. No,
Yeah.
I'm not good. She's gonna start. Clag made me drink spider milk.
Oh, dear. Where did you get spider milk from?
We got it like a year ago.
Oh my god. Oh, that's wretched.
I drank it with tequila.
I don't even know if that's better. Maybe.
I
Are
miss,
you all right?
I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too.
I could blip over there right now. I could just poof. I'll be there. I could do that. I could be there right now.
You can come to me. Right.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How much tequila have you drank?
All of the tequila that I brought.
Okay. I would maybe hold off on blipping to me.
You're saying I can't? Because I can.
I'm sure you can. I just would not want you to abandon your friends as much as I would love to see you.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
Are you going to be all right? Is Yana around?
Yeah, Yana's here. Do you want to talk to her? She's about to going over.
I have both
Kamea!
had those phone calls and made
Hello,
those phone
Yana.
calls.
Hi,
You're-
Kamea.
Your job is to make sure that Callie doesn't blip to me. Okay?
Oh yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm just
All
not
right.
gonna talk about it, and then she won't do it because if I even say anything, she's gonna do it, or something
Exactly.
like worse than that.
Mhm. Exactly. So
Yeah.
just maybe forget. Just
I got
just
you.
help her forget, and make
Mhm.
sure you find somewhere warm to sleep.
Yep, I'm gonna tuck her in and everything.
All right.
The usual.
And maybe stay away from the spider milk.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that. That was a bad idea.
Yeah,
It
that
seemed
sounds
I don't know.
crazy.
It was Clack's birthday. It seemed like a good idea.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
While we're talking, I think you make Calliope really happy. I think that's obvious because you're her wife, but like I just want to say thanks for that. You're really cool. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Timothy, I have a mechanical question.
Mhm.
When Clack funnel fed Letters spider
Mhm.
milk
Mhm.
and he had a bad reaction to it, what did the dragon do?
You see he coughed up a
Did it
bit of
burp?
oil. Yeah. A bit of oil spewed out.
Letters, does that count as you talking? You all right, buddy? You guys are really committed to this. Anyway, bricks and cinder blocks are really different. These are all things that I've learned recently. You don't know the things that you learn building a church. So like it was really important that we get a little cog on every single brick. And most of them were hand carved. Timothy, I could go on if you'd like.
So you continue to fly. You take the spider milk over to the desert giants camp. As you see, there are kind of a few of them sitting around a small
Would Neppy
campfire.
know that it's fermented at this point?
I mean, it doesn't smell good, but I don't know that you even had the spider milk in the scar, did you? I don't think
I
you
did.
drank.
Yep.
Oh,
I
you did.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it smells quite a bit stronger than what you remember spider milk smelling like. But it has been a year. Make an intelligence check.
You can't. We're making friends with these people. Could you imagine, like, hey, I'm so excited to, like, take out this despot. Y'all want some old Go-Gurt?
Here's my shitty year yop.
Natural one.
Yeah, it seems fine. You're like, how bad can it be? It's spider milk. What could possibly happen to it?
This is
I'm really
the
sure what
worst
it is.
thing we've ever done.
I think the worst thing in this is that you're not going to be able to speak to them because the Letters isn't there. You're just going to be like,
So
Go for it. Just do it. Go.
You know, Meep Mop or whatever, Glip Glop.
Glib Glob.
Mhm.
Good club.
Okay, so Neppy wanders over
Okay.
to the desert giants.
I need a drink.
See, they kind of all look over.
Dresda?
Dresda isn't there. You can just see a few other giants kind of huddled around a small fire.
The giants who don't even know us.
Oh, so sorry to bother you.
And then
Kind of look
Neppy would go. Neppy would go back. If Dresda wasn't there, she wouldn't probably interact with them.
Okay, they kind of look confusedly at each other.
Thank you.
Neppy would go, Clip Clop, and like try and do the same thing that she did when she said thank you to Dresda, and then
Okay.
she would just leave.
They kind of look like glip glop. They kind of nod their head.
Neppy would like tip her head in deference and then go back.
Dresda wasn't there. Perhaps we can talk to her. I was curious if they knew the process of how to extract the milk from the spiders. Perhaps you could
Oh,
teach
it's
them.
so easy. You just gotta get to know them, and you gotta treat them good, and then you you have to get them comfortable and make sure they're not scared.
That's it. I'm done.
And you have to milk them. You have to milk their
Like, would you
thorax.
firstly,
Finish that sentence.
happy birthday?
Oh, thank you.
Um,
When is your birthday?
my birthday?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it could be today. I didn't know my birthday, and surprise,
Well,
it's now.
I have an estimate of my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Look, Clack, I also don't know my birthday.
Wow. Does anyone know their birthdays? Is like, how does that
I
work?
do.
You know your birthday.
My
Of course,
parents.
of course, you know your birthday.
That seems like really weirdly pointed at me. My
No, like,
parents
it's of,
like
like-
told me. I don't remember
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
I was left on the steps of my temple.
Oh.
So they only have an estimate of how old I am, but my titling day, it's called my naming day, is the
Okay.
11th of Korhireth.
When is Korhireth?
Like a month and a half ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry I missed your birthday.
No, it's not a
Oh, I feel terrible.
no, Clack, you don't have to. I don't really. The last time I celebrated my birthday was Torin died a couple of days later.
That's
So I don't really.
So I didn't. Oh man.
The titling day is very special to me.
Yeah.
So I celebrate that with prayers. But it holds kind of hard memories for me.
Totally.
But thank you. But birthdays are cause for celebration, and
of course. Drink, have some more spider milk.
I'm all right. Thank you.
Have a calliope. Come on.
I think Kelly drank all the tequila, so we're just left with
I guess
spider
it's just straight milk. I gave some to Letters because I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna not be able to drink it. I don't know if I'm gonna contain myself, so I had to give him a taste.
Gave
He's gonna
some
be
to
so
Letters
mad.
while he's flying a dragon.
I mean, he's gotta stay fueled. I've been feeding all of them.
What have you been feeding?
It's like biscuits. There's some biscuits and Letters bags, some oats.
Okay.
Well, Clack, you are so sweet and kind.
Yeah, I gotta look after the boys.
I am so happy to know you, Clack. And also, I'm so happy to be a gravel boy, and I feel so
Hey.
honored to carry that title.
We're the lucky ones. We're the lucky ones.
Yeah, because you're not choking on biscuits. Sorry, I'm not there.
Callie's gonna like
I had to move their little mouths.
Letters and Finnan are dead. We've choked to death, but we refuse to make any noise because we were trying to win the silence game. We're dead.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Put a little water in it. Set out.
Kelly?
Paste.
Yeah, Callie.
Yes, Kelly.
Nebby's just gonna be whispering. What if I just blipped to Kameo real quick? What if I just
You can do that.
No.
I bet you can't beat Clack in an arm wrestle.
Yes, you can't be Clack in an arm
Callie,
wrestle.
we should blip to the scar. Fucking get out of here. Let's blip to the scar,
What
man.
what if I made Clack really big and then you guys fought?
Yeah.
I would put
I
money.
have to put my
I'll bet money
loincloth
on
on
that.
first.
I'll put money on that.
I gotta.
There is an initiation process for all
This-
things.
I don't want
that's
to be.
only
I
in the
don't want
dojo.
to be a fucking gravel boy, Nebby.
No,
No,
this is
no.
not for that. It's to prove our dominance over the gravel boys.
No.
No,
We only wrestle as an
This is
initiation.
a slumber party initiation. I think somebody has to fight.
I want to have a slumber party with Kameo.
That's how most slumber parties go.
Okay. Let me go put my loincloth on.
Kelly, Callie,
I
I
hate that.
You see, he
Like to
goes over the
say-
letters and starts digging through his bag.
I would like to say, weirdly, like things have lined up weirdly, because before we went and fought Zakis, a character celebrated their birthday. I, like Adam, shaved the sides of his head, and then my character died. And now a character has celebrated their birthday. I've shaved the side of my head,
no.
and we're going into a big fight.
You can't say
Live
that,
in hope.
Adam.
I'm just saying.
We go on? No.
The dice gods might have already made that choice.
I mean, Finnan did just choke to death before
Yeah,
exactly. On some
'Cause-
oats.
Guys,
Such an
think-
ignoble death.
I've been working on this D&D character for 3 years, and Clock's gonna kill him with a biscuit.
Just shoving dry oats down their throats.
Black, please don't kill my husband.
Oh, no. I've been doing very small bites. And you have to like massage the throat and they just naturally, it's something that
Black,
naturally
I
swallow.
think you should arm wrestle Callie. Why don't I take a shift looking over the boys? I've got it from here.
Okay.
Yes. You've done wonderfully.
Mm,
Thank
you.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I've been
Thank
feeding
you.
all of them.
You're welcome, Black. I'm always proud of you.
Whoa, man.
Nappy, are you proud of me?
Of course.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, Yana just looks at Wiggles and she's like, I'm proud of you.
Mm.
Not gonna lie, I definitely thought we were gonna be fighting Balsoom this session.
We've had a
But this is
slumber
good.
party.
This is good.
We're having
What I
slumber
love
party.
about us,
I think we're 4 sessions away from a fight.
that
I
our
mean,
long
that's right.
rests take 8 hours real time, and that's the quality of Blackwater.
the
Oh
quality
my
of D&D
God.
that everybody signed up for. If Neppy would settle into her shift watching the boys, making sure nobody was choking to death on any remnant crumbs or anything like that.
Yeah, you kind of pull a little bit of hay out of Finnan's mouth. Finnan, you do feel like you just have to cough. You just feel like you have to cough a little bit, but other than that, it's fine.
Neppy's like lit some candles. There's some incense. It's very comfortable. It's cozy. It's like a spa environment. You guys are fine. It's fine.
So you spend the rest of the evening. I assume you kind of wind down the party at some point and pass out for your long rest. Yes.
Yes.
You guys
Yes.
flying. You continue to fly through the night as you can feel yourself kind of pushing into more exhaustion. As you continue to fly through the night, you can see the landmass is closer, but you get the sense you're still a little ways out. You're still going to need to fly for the better part of the next day to get close. As you, the rest of you kind of come to, some of you a little more hungover than others, but you do get a long rest as you all kind of are coming to.
Is anyone
gathering your
feeling
things.
particularly fatigued or beleaguered this morning after the drinking that ensued last night?
No, oh my god. Hangovers don't mess with me. Callie's still drunk.
Oh, I've been there before.
We've all been there.
Where you're like, I'm gonna be hungover, and then you're like, I'm not hungover. I'm just still drunk.
Right. Do you want me to get rid of that, Callie?
Get rid of what? That I'm a god? No.
Your
Take that from your bed.
your drunkenness. I can fix that. If you'd rather be fully with your faculties.
I'm never fully with anything. Do it.
So yes or no?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on Callie to
Okay.
get
As
rid of
your-
her drunkenness.
Yeah, as your drunkenness kind of evaporates.
And the guys are still out, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're still in that same kind of trance-like state.
So we should put them on the backs of the spiders, I suppose, and
Yeah.
let the giants know we carry on. Yes? All right.
As you see Dresda kind of crest the dune, And as she walks down, you see the spiders kind of come out of the sand, kind of wiggle out, and begin kind of walking over towards you. She comes over.
1 sec. Since it's a new morning, just a moment, I have to check something. When target speaks any creature. Great. Since it's a cleric spell and it is a brand new morning, I'm going to cast tongues on myself.
Nice.
So I'm going to go over to Dresda, and I'm going to speak it, but she will be able to understand me, and we will be able to understand each other.
Okay.
Good morning, Dresda.
Good morning.
I cannot speak giant, but there is magic that will let me talk to you. Lettuce is busy. The Lettuce and Finnan and Kokini are retrieving something for us. So we will have to lash them, tie them to the spiders, and we can carry on. But they will be, for all intents and purposes, essentially incapacitated. So it will just be myself and Kelly and Yana and Kleck who will be awake, I suppose.
Very well. We were successful. The emissaries brought reinforcements.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for doing
Yes.
that. I so appreciate your kindness, and your willingness to help us. It means so much.
Of course. I was visited by a vision.
A vision?
Before you came. I can tell you are a holy person.
Yes.
So
I am.
I was visited by the stone wolf
Krumba.
in a vision. He said you were coming and to help you.
What a wonder. It was told that Grumbar was sent to wander the wastes, and I believe we helped free him. That is most gracious of him. Thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
As you can now see with your passive perception, you can see tucked into like just kind of the edges of her shirt, a small stone, like wolf head talisman kind of rests just on her shirt.
There is always a time for faith and for seeking guidance from higher powers who are close to us. I am glad he was able to visit you.
Yes, I feel blessed. It has been a long time since anyone has been visited by the stone wolf.
I hope that becomes much more frequent. And we have not been to the Earth Elemental Plane since his release. But I hope that it is different there now.
As do I. I have never been myself, but I hope it is a place of peace.
I hope so too. And I meant what I said through letters. If there is ever a time where your people, anyone from your village is in need of aid, and you find yourself near Temple Philenis, please feel free to go and let them know the High Priestess sent you.
Of course. Of course. I will gather my people we will set to the city.
Thank you. We will.
should come up with some kind of plan as we get closer.
Yes.
Think on it. You have some time.
Yes, I trust your guidance on where to stop at the best point. I walked the trail of penance to Bakal, but I have not been through this mountain range.
Yes, we are now getting close to the trail as we come around the bay. We will stay closer to the ocean.
Yes.
Off the trail, but we should stop a few hours out of the city to decide. I do not know what state it is in. I have never been there myself.
I was able to extend my vision through scrying to focused on one figure. My sense is that the inhabitants might be different than you remember. Few merchants. The slaves in the city have been freed, but I believe they are still under some form of control from Soom in some way, shape, or form. Chains tattooed on their arms and still in rags. Not the sign of a free people.
Yes. Very well. Prepare to go.
Yes. Thank you. And we will take your lead with where to stop.
Right.
We will be right behind you if the spiders could come join us.
Very well.
Thank you.
So you see the spiders kind of come up, and you see she heads back over. And as you all kind of prepare to go, you put the boys on the backs of the spiders as you head forward, kind of hugging closer to the coastline, kind of off the trail. You know, the trail is like is kind of the center road. So you're probably about 6 hours kind of off the center road.
Right. And the Trail of Penance, probably this close to Bakal, at least used to be pretty well traveled by merchants.
Oh yeah. There was kind of merchants that would come in and out. You'd have to go up, like kind of up. There's a bit of a plateau. So you're kind of hugging, like it's not, it's like a bit of a cliffside almost, a short cliff down into the water below. And there's kind of like a rocky beach. It's not like full sand into the water. It's kind of like a rocky beach up to a plateau. And then the road is kind of in the center of that plateau. So you're kind of staying below that plateau a little bit, kind of walking through the rockier area. So you have some cover from the main road. That's kind of what the giants are suggesting. And the spiders are easily able to traverse the landscape as you head down towards there. You can see as you are all heading out, there appears to be about 50 to 60 giants.
Wow.
Kind of escorting you.
Because there was about 40 to 50 when we first met the giants, and then 20 of them were killed. Mm-hmm. And then now there's 50-ish.
Yeah, 50 to 60. It looks like they've about doubled their numbers.
Whoa.
Would you say there's maybe one less than 70?
I mean, if you counted them all, if you spent a bit of time counting, you'd probably have a really good idea. But
Kelly does that.
As you count them, there looks to be probably around probably about 69 of them.
Nice.
You're not sure. Some of them look kind of similar. So, maybe I counted that one twice.
Tim, you did say though that if she counted them, she would get a really good idea of how many there were.
Yeah, she has a really good idea, but it's not. It's she's trying to keep track. It's still early.
They're running.
As you are all kind of headed out, and you can see a number of them have kind of large slings. And there's a group of them. There's probably about 6 of them that are pulling kind of these heavy wagons. And you can see they're kind of collecting larger boulders as they go. As they're kind of pulling these wagons across, down kind of on the coast, down closer to the water, where the terrain is a little flatter, kind of in preparation. And you travel throughout most of the day, and it's probably about 4-ish in the afternoon by the time you see Dresda kind of stops. And now you're a few hours away, but you now have a much better view of the city. You can see where the harbor is, and you can see the large kind of gold and iron spire that kind of rises up out of the center of the city, and the kind of smaller sandstone buildings around it that kind of spread out.
Does the tower look more, because I was only here like 2.5, 3 years ago. Does the tower look more opulent? Does it look like it's been like bolstered or anything in some way since I left?
It looks similar, looks about the same, but you can see this like swirling mass of like yellowish energy above it, and you can now see the like lightning strikes coming from this storm above it, slamming into the tower.
Not doing damage to the tower though.
It doesn't look like it. However, as the dragon, like as you guys are in the dragon, you're now, after traveling most of the day, you can now see the city of Bakal ahead of you. As you're coming in over the bay, you can see the large spire in the distance. As you are kind of like swooping down low over the water and then kind of rising up, you can see it now. As you get closer, Neppy, make a perception check.
Anyways, that's the entire history of my life. You guys, it's been amazing. It was almost sunset.
Actually,
when we
Kokanee, I'll have
started
you make a
playing.
perception check as well.
Sure. With dragon perception or with Kokanee?
Yes, you can add 6.
Actually, a downgrade.
Water. Oh my god.
I was like, what is he doing?
The dice tower.
Dice tower.
15.
15.
You're
Okay.
muted.
That's what Finnan is doing in his brain, creating the world's most perfect dice tower.
24.
24. You can see a massive winged figure coming over the bay. Finger. Yeah, it's just a big finger. It's just a clockwork finger.
We think we're so cool, and it turns out it's just a figure.
You can see
It's a worm.
If I was a worm, would you guys tell me?
Yeah, it's
Would you guys still be my friend if I was a worm?
Yeah.
a large clockwork figure, like huge metallic wings kind of gleaming in the light, flying over the bay, probably about maybe 1,000 to 1,500 feet away from you up in the air. Kokanee, you can make out a number of giants along the beach. You can see there's like a train of quite a few giants. And Neppy, you see some of the giants as they see this. Some of them go to grab some of the boulders.
No, please. No. I would like Neppy would wave her hands in like a very much a no gesture.
Dresda kind of holds up her hand as they're all just kind of waiting.
Let us. Let us. Let us.
Let us.
Yes.
She kind of like puts her hand down. As you can see, they kind of like hold their boulders.
Neppy would send up a couple sacred flames, just kind of as like little flares. Nothing too up, because I don't want to alert anything from like
kind of along the water.
Yeah, just like
So,
yeah.
You would all see it.
So you guys now know every single thing about me. Finnan, do you think we should land right here with them, or like over by the mountains where they won't be able to see us as well?
More tears just start streaming out of Finnan's face.
I'm like, at this point, guys, I'm honestly worried that one of you is just not okay, and that I'm just sort of alone in this dragon now. It's been about 24 hours. I'm very impressed. You guys are very determined.
You guys also, Kokanee and Finnan, you take a second point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
And Letters, you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Way ahead of you.
Cool.
Weird.
That's me on Monday morning.
So are you guys coming down, or are you?
I don't know. I'm not driving.
I'll fly towards the giants.
Okay. So as you kind of come down, you can now see, like you get a full view of this majestic dragon. As you can see, the like intricacies of the clockwork are amazing. It is a feat of engineering. You can see this like this mix of iron and brass and steel all working in harmony. And you can see in its chest the symbol of Erathis, kind of a large plate, an iron plate with in brass. You can see it emblazoned on the front. And as you kind of come into land on the rocks, you can kind of see a large crack of yellow lightning strikes the tower as this massive thunderous echo rips out across the bay. You can see the waves kind of ripple with the sonic boom as you see the tower itself begin to split down the center as it and you see the entire 300-foot structure split right down the middle with this huge arc of lightning that splits it down the center, leaving this as the tower comes crashing down around it. You can feel the vibrations through the ground as the sand starts to shift and the rocks, like some of the rocks fall off the cliff as the giants are kind of like bracing themselves. You see in the wake as the lightning kind of dissipates, a crack appears, and you can see even at this distance, hundreds of hands start to push through and open the crack ever so slightly. You can see all this like mass of like black hands start to push through and begin kind of pulling, and you can see them kind of flexing against this massive rift that has appeared in the material plane. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
You fucking
Tim, we were having fun.
Tim, we were having
such a fun time.
Oh yeah.
That's what we get when we say flying finger.
And Tim, just a fun fact, Tim doesn't actually go to sleep after these games because he's too busy living on his freaking cliff high. Look at him. He's too powerful.
Too powerful.
Guys,
oh, gosh.
Straight milk broke me.
That was a strong line.
Straight milk.
I dearly, dearly hope someone clipped that, and please
I
send
think there
it
will be many
to
clips
me,
from
because that will
tonight's
be
episode.
my ringtone, my alarm, my morning prayer, like just clack saying straight milk with conviction is what I needed to heal my poor and wounded soul at this trying time.
I had a little pop over to the Twitch chat for a second. I timed it so well because someone said, like when everyone was hungover, someone said hair of the spider, and that is the funniest fucking thing. It's like such a good twist on a classic saying of hungover. Hair of the spider that bit you.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, big time.
Also, Kokanee just flew without talking to anybody for 24 hours for a bit.
Yeah, you guys now know everything about Kokanee, which I
Everything.
hope you use.
Yeah, you just know it. But do you remember it? Like, were you tuned in enough to hear it?
Or were you too busy playing the silent game?
I was thinking about this. He's talking in our brain. We can't like plug our ears or anything.
Can't turn it off.
That is special.
You may suffer short-term madness.
You guys know everything about like brick composition and architecture and
So wait, is it like on purpose talking, or is it just your own stream of consciousness that you can all hear? Because if then there's no way that you won the silent game.
No, Kokanee was for sure fucking with them.
No, it's on purpose talking. It's on purpose talking.
Okay.
It is intentional communication.
Oh my god, that's amazing. We are going to be playing on Monday, same time, same place, because it is 20.
Oh no, my spaghetti.
Oh, your tower.
My tower fell.
His tower fell over. Thank y'all so much for sticking around and hanging out with us.
Absolutely,
guys.
If you guys have any more, or if you guys have just hopped in and started watching us recently, all of our VODs are now on YouTube. You can click the link in the description and you can come and check it out. Sean, take it away.